Yeah, this is our first episode of Menace and The Man in our new studio.
Do we even know what number this is?
This is
26?
I don't know. You're the guy that always has the numbers.
26.
26.
Episode 26.
Yeah, you sound so much better than me in your microphone.
Do I?
Yeah.
Says it with his chest.
It might just be I have a better sounding voice.
Absolutely not. I mean,
So how are you doing, Menace? It's good to see you again.
pretty good. Always a pleasure, Stan.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back here doing this.
Yeah.
We're obviously just trying to make sure we get you guys some content. We're still in the process of setting everything up here. But we didn't want to do you guys dusty 2 Tuesdays in a row, so. But we didn't do anything about UFC 236, Menace. So did you watch those fights?
Yep. No.
Are you all right? You didn't watch those fights?
Which ones was that?
Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway.
Oh, I watched the highlights.
Oh, so you didn't watch them.
No, I was at my brother's house, and they were aware that the fights were going to be on the new ESPN Plus, and they were like, "Not gonna order it," and I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "Because when we ordered the fights for your fight, it was such a hassle that I'm done with it." I was like, "Oh, damn."
I luckily don't ever have problems with the ESPN Plus, but I always hear people talk about how they have problems with ESPN Plus. Remember, even Cliff was saying he had problems with it last time,
Yeah.
and that's why he wasn't able to watch the fights. They got to do something about that. But yeah, UFC 236. Dustin Poirier is the new interim lightweight champion.
Diamond.
So still, only 3 people ever beat Max Holloway, and even that, Max is still one of the best featherweights of all time.
I agree.
Right up there with, the Dennis Bermudez's and guys like that.
Oh, stop.
So what are we going to do? We started a little bit behind. We had plans to talk to Jessica I and Gray Maynard. Do we think we lost either one of them?
No, I don't think so.
Do we want to jump right into it?
I kind of want to hear where our levels are at. Like, I'm trying to...
Oh, you want to check? Where's Andrew Jordan at?
I could call him.
Call him up.
Should I put him up to the thing?
Put him up to what thing?
The speaker?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, should we put this phone call on the...
Oh, what is
on the show?
If Andrew Jordan wants to come on the show, absolutely.
Well, no, not like that. Just for testing reasons.
He might not even want to, though.
No. Give me the damn...
Give you the damn what?
The, how I plug in the phone.
Oh.
You should have known what the damn...
Well, there you go.
What the damn is.
Ooh, when you move that one around, it creates a little bit of static.
Bunch of newbies here.
Oh, complete newbies. We actually don't have an engineer in studio with us right now, but...
Oh. So which one would you touch to...
Right there, I would go, bam.
Is it still loud for you?
No, it's loud for you?
I don't know.
Huh. And then we could go bam right there.
Oh, look at me, dude.
Man, Andrew Jordan's ghosting you right now.
Yeah, what's his deal, dude?
He's not
Your
feeling
call
it.
has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 302-332-911 is not available.
No, he shouldn't answer.
At the tone, please record your
I
message.
hope he gets
When you've
pranked.
finished recording,
A
you may
lot.
hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, you ninny. It's a freaking menace.
And the man.
And the man. We're trying to get some levels checked for the podcast. Our first time. You're actually our first guest. Congratulations for freaking dropping the ball.
Who dropped you? How do our levels sound?
We got to ask who dropped you.
And we tried to ask Andrew Jordan, but he's dropping the ball.
Yep, drop the
2
ball.
cameras, too. Oh, we got more than 2 cameras who dropped you.
And your phone number is now live, and I'm going to put it on YouTube the whole 9. I hope you get prank called, and...
Hopefully you have an iPhone so it's easy to block people.
No, hopefully you don't. Goodbye.
Yeah, we do that sometimes here, Pitch.
All right. Well, sound is good. No issues. All right. Thank you.
Who told you that?
He did. All right. Let's call it Gray.
Ooh, let's see what's up with Gray Maynard.
Yeah.
One of Dennis's old buddies.
Yep. Good old pal.
Good old
Should I
Gray
ask me
Maynard.
he's ready first, or just go right into a phone call?
Well, what he said? Yeah, he said earlier around 4. So yeah, let's go right into him. We're running behind on him definitely. What time did Jessica say?
I don't know. I just text her later.
So maybe call Gray, shoot her the text. Like, hey.
Yes. You left me that voicemail? Yeah.
Yeah, we did. You'll enjoy that voicemail.
All right. I asked Gray if he's Maynard. I asked Gray if he's Maynard. I asked Gray if he's ready. He didn't respond, so I'm going to go right into the call.
Right into the call.
Yep. You got to get a little better switching those cameras around.
Well, I didn't know how much switching we want to do. What do we want to do?
Well, you got to keep the people entertained, dude. They like angles. Uh-oh.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Gray.
Gray Maynard, welcome to Menace and The Man.
What's up?
What's going
Woo!
on?
How you doing?
We're good, dude. You're on the show,
Guys
dude.
all
We're
right?
live. We are
Good,
live.
good. Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, great. Oh, so Gray, you have kids. I have 2 kids. I want to get right into what happened, because you just had a boy not too long ago, right?
Yeah, little boy.
Now, how old is he now?
He's about a year and a couple months.
Okay. Wait until because you have a girl who's 5, 6, 7? How old's your little girl?
6 years old.
6 years old, right? When your boy goes from 3 to 4, he might pull this trick. We were at the park today and having a great time. We take our little scooters, we scoot home, hanging out, and I'm like in the kitchen. I see him doing something in his bedroom. I'm like, what the? I think I saw him throw something. And I go into the bedroom, and he's got the wipes in his hands. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm like, did you just throw something into the closet? Nope. I look around because I watched him throw something in the closet. You know, I look around, I find a shitty wipe. I'm like, dude, what's this? He's like, I pooped myself. I'm like, bro, like, when did you poop yourself?
Was it a shard? Was it a
No,
shard?
no. Dumped himself. I'm like, when did this happen, Bryson? When did you poop yourself? At the park. I'm like, dude.
You've been walking around with poopy pants this whole time?
Well, he just got potty trained like, I don't know, 3 weeks, like a month ago. So
Really?
Yeah, it's still relatively new. Yeah, he's a hard-headed little jerk.
Yeah.
You know? And so this dude was like, man, this poop in my underwear is uncomfortable. Let me go in my room. Let me by myself wipe my ass and try to throw it into the closet. And then I caught his little ass.
Oh, so he was hiding shit in the closet.
He tried to wipe his ass with a shitty wipe and throw it into the closet.
No pun intended. He was trying to hide shit in the closet. Love it. Hey, man. You got to learn how to be sneaky early. You know?
What I used to do when I would like shart my underwear or pee in my underwear, I would throw them completely. I had a really high dresser in a corner.
Yeah.
I would throw them way over the dresser, behind the dresser. There had to have been like a dozen pair of fucking piston underwear.
Why were you doing this?
I guess I didn't want my dad to know I pissed myself and catch an ass whooping.
So now
this guy I knew a long time ago. He was fucking rich, right? Rich, right? And he used to run a lot, right? And he'd buy all these like you know how expensive like running socks are?
Yeah, they could be up there.
You know how expensive they can be?
Like $30,
they can be like
right?
$40. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Fucking expensive, right? He'd be like, man, I had to take a shit. And this happened all the time. I had to take a shit halfway through my run. I took off my sock, wiped. I was like, where's your socks, dude? Those are fucking like $40. You better carry that shit home with you. He's like, nah, I just threw it away. I was like, I would go find them.
and then hang on, the pants that he pooped in, his underwear, I put it in a plastic bag and gave it to his mom.
There you go.
When she picked them up.
You might want these.
Hang on, was that a dick move? Hang on, she can throw them out if she wants, but I'm not cleaning them.
Yeah, I think you should just throw them out.
Can't do that.
I'll let her have the last word.
Yeah.
Hang on, I don't think she knows I put it in her car.
You didn't give her any heads up. Like, hey, he shit on his pants. They're in this bag. You were just like, oh, here's his stuff.
Where'd you put them, Dennis? Well, I put them under the seat, like completely under the seat. How am I supposed to find them? I don't know.
So Gray, we're doing something newer with our show, right? So not only is it a podcast, but we're live on Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is like what all the gamers are doing, you know?
Ooh, gaming.
Yeah. You don't.
Yeah, you game a lot, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. Is there a little bit in gaming, or is it just?
Oh yeah,
like
there's a little bit. There's
out?
a little bit. There's people that are in real deep.
Well, no, what he's saying is like, can you only do a little bit of gaming, or you do it all the time?
Yeah. I get it. You can only do it. There's people that can only do a little bit, and then there's people that are like, nope, this is my life.
Yeah.
The people that
what's
fuck me and you
a
up.
little bit? Like, what's a little bit?
For me, I game, I don't know, 3-4 times a week, maybe for an hour.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. That's more of a hobby, I guess.
Yeah. I'm doing anywhere from 1 hour to probably 6 hours a week.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I can get like 2-3 times in a week, maybe an hour or two. Yeah. But then like the people I play, they obviously play a lot more because they fuck me up quick.
I get freaking my shit pushed in all the time. It's so annoying.
Like on Fortnite last night, when every time we drop in, just shotgun to the face, boom. Yeah. That guy's been playing fucking. Because
Gray, you know Jens Pulver, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, he like tried to sue some video game for like ruining his like career.
Did he?
I think so. He was saying he got too addicted to some game where he couldn't stop playing, and his career started to plummet a little bit.
I think I remember hearing something like that. Was that Jens Pulver?
It's the one. What's that video game where people were World of Warcraft, where like you could sell characters for like $900 because you leveled them up so hard or some shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing Call of Duty for a little while, you know, online Call of Duty, like earlier in my career, you know, just no kids, come home, pop in a chew and just zone out for a little bit. It was nice, recover.
Man, but I think video games are actually so awesome for fighters, just to like escape reality for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like in between sessions, dude, sometimes in between sessions I would sit home and be like, fuck, man, I really don't want to go back and train again. I'm zapped pretty hard. But, you know, that video game can make you forget about that for how long, you know?
Yeah.
And then I hate it, Gray. I'm sure you've got asses like, you play UFC? Like, no, I fucking live it. I live it. I want to play video games, things I can't do. I want to shoot people in the head, drive Ferraris, and like smack women on the sidewalk.
And to be honest, you talking about the UFC right now, I don't even want to do that either.
Yeah, well, you see what we're doing here, Greg.
Yeah. Hey, do you play UFC? No.
We like to stay outside of fighting as much as we can. We like to maybe dabble in a little bit of training. Maybe if a guy has a fight coming up. For the most part, we just want to talk about life.
Yeah. So, I've met the first time I met Gray Maynard. I was in Las Vegas. I was out with I think like Gian, Vlante, and we were meeting up with you and Rockhold, and we went to a couple clubs in Las Vegas. But I didn't really get to know you very well. I just kind of was there like, oh, I'm hanging out with the cool guys, you know? And then I really got to meet Gray Maynard when we went overseas to Italy and Spain and Bulgaria, right? Was it Bulgaria?
Romania.
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 Ugh,
Yeah.
so stupid. Where
Yeah.
Dracula lives.
And now what? You guys did a tour for the troops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long was that?
10 days.
Yeah. Solid 10 days.
We're about to do another one, right?
Mhm.
Oh, he's on your next one?
Yeah. Diego Sanchez bailed, and Gray is the filler.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm totally stoked to the max about it.
that's a pretty sweet filler there for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause
Greenland. That's a fucking bucket list one right there, dude.
yeah, I would never go to Greenland in my life, but now I'm going, and I bet you it's
Yeah.
gonna be dope.
Well, it's the Arctic, dude. We're in the Arctic. They have to like issue us gear, I think. 'Cause
Really?
It's so cold up there. Yeah. And then we go Arctic to the equator of Puerto Rico.
Yep. We're going to my motherland.
Oh, Dennis is going home. Going to the home country.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
dude.
wait a second.
What?
That's my home too, bro. That's
Is
my
it?
home too. Yeah.
Why, you're Spanish?
My grandma was full-blooded Puerto Rican.
That's right.
So-
we talked about that. You're like a Puerto Rican,
They-
right?
I'm a Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
quarter
there you
Puerto
go.
Rican.
There you go. Do you have any family back
Yeah.
home, back in Puerto Rico, or?
Yeah, like all my grandma's brothers and sisters, are all back there.
I feel like you could like make money with that or something. Like, 'cause you don't look Puerto Rican. You could like walk up to people like, hey, like, how much would you bet that I'm Puerto Rican, or how much, like something like that.
I know, right? Everybody is like, there's no way. But I'm like the Canelo of I'm like
Puerto
the Canelo
Rico,
of Puerto
yeah.
Rico.
Maybe that's what it is. I really, cause the first trip I've ever done for the troops, we get to the airport, I see Gray. Who was our squad? Fuck.
Benson Henderson,
Yep. And then I'm drawing a blank. I know her name. I just can't.
Carla.
Esparza. Yes. I see them
Yeah.
all. Whatever. But I'm like, all right. Benson fights at 155. You had fought. I'm gonna make a real confession right now, Gray. You had fought.
Yeah.
I think you had your last fight was at 45, and I'm at 45.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's this guy's deal? What's he?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for him to smile at me one time. Like this could. I don't know. Like is he
It's
cool?
on.
I didn't know what. Like I got like act the part. I didn't know what to think. And then
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got to our first spot for like a meal, and Gray's like, "I'll take a beer," and I was like, "Oh, we're doing that," and I just followed Gray's like for every beer that Gray was having, I was following suit. I was right behind him, and next thing you know,
Yeah, he was doing
were-
2 for my ones.
we were.
Oh,
having
you
a
guys are
great
pounding him back.
time. Oh man,
Now, where was
Bro,
the
it
first,
was one of the best trips ever. Spain is just like unreal.
yeah.
Spain and Italy, it was just unreal. It was a great
So
time.
the first country was Spain.
Yes,
yeah.
Gray Maynard's the reason why I drink coffee today.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Explain, please.
So there's not many energy drinks in Spain and Italy, right? We're jet lagged. Gray's, I've been hanging out with the guy for a while. So what he says, I'm like, you know what? Everything Gray says makes sense,
Yeah.
And he's like, it's good for you. Like there's not like calories. It gives you good energy. Da-da-da. So I'm like, all right.
There's lots of antioxidants
Yeah.
in coffee, man.
Yeah, so I think it wasn't like he like told me to have a coffee and make it white. He gave me, all right, here's an espresso. I
Oh.
jumped
Espresso.
Your first one.
It's
your
not
first coffee was an
espresso.
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 espresso. See, I learned
Espresso.
something
Espresso.
new. Hang on, I've been calling it espresso probably my whole life.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah, I know.
I-
I just want you to be in a barista and like be in a coffee to be able to to play the part. You know, it's espresso, not espresso,
I think
because that's one of their pet peeves.
I think because I like it better, I'm gonna keep saying espresso though.
Hey, dude. Hey,
Whatever makes you happy.
It's a Menace and The Man show.
Yeah.
You do what you want, bro.
Yeah, no, but hang on. I want to be, when they tell me it's espresso, I'm like, I know, but I like to call it.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, that's
Ray
what you
told
gotta
me
do.
that, yeah.
No, I know that. Trust me. I just like calling it espresso because I like to watch your dumb face when you get all pissed off. Bro, if I don't like a person, right, I fucking butcher their name, right? I'll do it just to fucking fuck with them, right? Just butcher their name and just watch their face. It's the best.
And how many times will you let them correct themselves, do you think?
As many times as until I stop laughing inside.
No, but Gray is like I like traveling with Gray because he's actually like a pretty complex dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Complex.
No, in terms of like you for me, like, give me a beer and I'm in the sun, like I'm having a great time. You're like, no man, like let's go like walk the streets and look at like architecture and shit like that. And I'm like, all right, I'm with that too, you know?
Yeah. I mean, when in Rome, right?
Yeah.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
So Gray Maynard
No, I mean,
cultured you a little bit.
We're really like blessed to be able to do all this cool stuff. I mean, you gotta stop and, you know, take a moment, whether you're drinking alcohol or drinking coffee, is to check out life, check out the new stuff, man. It really.
Like, for example, we had gotten to
this stuff.
We got to the second spot in Spain, and we were staying in a dope hotel right on the water. And Spain's like, dude, let's go for a walk. And I'm like, okay. I mean, our hotel was dope, pool, the whole nine. And we walked, I don't know, 4 miles down the beach, and then got into a town, and then, you know, the rest of the night got real
foggy.
Yeah. Had a great time.
Dude, there was like these cool beach like bars where there was like linen over the top of it. It looked like amazing. It was fun. We had a good time.
Then there was girls that didn't have tops on, and I didn't know how to act.
Am I supposed to look? Am I American if I do look?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the etiquette here? Like,
I mean, you both looked, I'm sure.
Wow.
You both looked.
I think we had sunglasses on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
were.
I think I
No,
actually.
you had sunglasses on. You had sunglasses on, and I was like,
Wait, was it nighttime too?
No.
Oh, daytime?
Yeah, we're on the beach, you ninny.
I don't know.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Menace might wear
So I was
sunglasses
like,
at night.
"Nah, I'm just gonna be an American.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna act like I'm from America and look at him."
When's this next trip?
May 8th to the 12th.
Oh, so you got some traveling coming up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Tan lines.
Yeah, Menace is going to Miami, and then where are you going after that? Where's the first trip with Gray?
Gray, I think we're going Greenland and then to Puerto Rico, correct?
Yep, Greenland and Puerto Rico.
And it's me, you, and Ashley Evans Smith. Right?
I guess so. Yeah.
There's not a
I
fourth
think
person.
Diego might be coming on it. I don't know.
Well, Brian Lee told me that you were coming on because Diego had a fight coming up.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's fighting. Who is he fighting?
Who's he fighting?
I don't know. I remember kind of seeing it and be like,
Yeah.
Oh, he's fighting Chiesa.
right.
Yeah. Chiesa.
Right.
Chiesa. How do you say that? He's my buddy too. I know him.
Chiesa.
I just don't know how to say his last name.
Michael.
Chiesa.
Mike K.
It might be. It depends on what your accent is. It might be Michael Chiesa. It might be Michael Chiesa. I'm sure he goes a whole bunch of different ways.
Because does he train at over by you in Vegas? No.
He stops in Vegas. I've seen.
Yeah. He's out here as syndicate a little bit.
Right. When he's at the UPI, he trains with you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
USCPI. No, he goes to syndicate.
Right. I was gonna. Okay.
Here in town.
Yeah, you're
I'm
at
Xtreme
Xtreme Couture, right? You're ride or die Xtreme Couture. You've been there for years.
Yeah. Well, I went up to AKA for a little bit.
Years ago, though, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember for a while, didn't you go to Nova Uniao? You were in Brazil for a minute too, right?
Yeah, I was in Nova Uniao. I went down to help out Jose Aldo for Chad Mendez.
Yeah, I'm sure you're the perfect guy to replicate a build and a style like that. Just a clubbing, high-level wrestler coming forward.
And I just offered that help because, I really liked Jose Aldo. He was just kind of a mellow. He came from nothing, and he seemed like a good guy, and that means more to me than anything if you're a good person.
Oh yeah, he's a legend in the sport. I think he's like one of the most respected. I would, in Brazil, and even that he doesn't even speak English, but he's so respected in America.
Yeah,
unless
legend down there.
Unless you're a Conor McGregor fanboy, and then you hate him.
Yeah.
Well, we trained with Marcos Galvão for a long time, who's actually Jose Aldo's son's godfather.
Yeah.
They're tight like that, and I would imagine they're probably similar people, no?
Yeah.
Like he was.
Yeah, Jose Aldo has a daughter, I think.
Yeah, or one of his kids.
He's got a daughter. Yeah, one girl or boy, I don't know.
Yeah, they're close. They've known each other for years. So yeah, we've always heard good things about Jose Aldo. But
how long were you out there for?
So I went down there for like a month with Chad. A month one time, and then another time I went down for 2 weeks. And then another time I went down for like a week. There was a couple camps I helped him with. There was
damn.
2 Chad Mendez camps, I think.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Brazil?
So.
No, I'm afraid of Brazil.
Really?
I want to go to Brazil, but I've never wanted to go fight in Brazil.
Because it's fucking crazy.
Well, no, I've heard horror stories of guys fighting in Brazil and having trouble getting like good water and all the food salty, or it's.
And I've heard didn't the UFC staff, and I've heard of fighters getting robbed and shit in Brazil as well. I think like a bunch of the UFC staff got robbed at one of the UFC events too. Some crazy shit like that. They don't fuck around.
There's a lot of stuff down there, but like where I was, everybody was good people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, great.
I had no problem. And then everybody would take, like, all the guys, at the gym would take me to these, it was called a funky, right? It's kind of like hip hop. It's kind of like the gangster hip hop,
like a club.
down there. Yeah, it was like a concert club. And so I would go with them, right? And literally they would always be right by the ghettos, the favelas, like right there. And this was like 2 a.m. We get there, and these kids are running around like 6 years old, asking you for money. I'm like, dude, aren't you supposed to be in bed? And the guys who I'm with, they're like, they don't even have parents, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit.
They're taking care of themselves.
It's like that.
Jeez,
yeah, they're trying to pickpocket you. They're trying to do everything. They're gangster, too. They're like, oh, you luta. Let's fight. I'm like, you're 6 years old, kid.
Yeah, I'll punch you out, you little loser. Kick rocks. Like, you don't want the smoke,
Kick
dude.
rocks.
Oh man, what if there's probably some tall like teenagers there though that would step to you? That probably got some height, some
Yeah,
reach.
you just gotta drop the biggest one, then you're good.
Yeah,
just like a jail.
Yeah.
You don't want that drama.
Yeah.
Oh man, I heard like at the clubs in Brazil, like girls instead of like coming up to you and giving you a hug or like a handshake, it's like a mouth kiss makeout session.
Oh, a mouth hug.
Yeah.
What? Like what? Man, I didn't
know
there.
That's what the guys would do. They just go up and make out with the girl or something. And they're like, no, that's what we do in Brazil, Just
my friend.
My friend.
Just go kiss. Go kiss.
It's normal.
Yeah. It's normal, man.
I am black Belge.
Like this.
Yeah, I'm getting my accent, so I'm like part Mexican, Brazilian, Italian.
I feel like a lot of my accents go back to like Borat.
Yeah.
Very nice. I got you. Oh, no, is that your?
Was that Brazilian? Was that the Brazilian?
That was Brazilian Borat, pretty much.
Yeah. Very nice.
So what's going on with you now, Gray? You training people? You're out at Xtreme Couture. I see you training Jessica I, right?
Yeah, training Jessica I. Jess moved out here a little while ago, and we knew people. We knew this, like all the people in Ohio, just because I went to school out there, and everybody told her to kind of get in touch with me, and we're training together.
And are you are you her head coach or?
No, I'm not her head coach. Just helping her out with wrestling and a little bit of cage work and just kind of putting it all together. Grappling, wrestling.
We're gonna have Jess on the show a little later.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And also, and in addition to, I'm going to be in Vegas Memorial Day weekend.
Woo!
Yep.
When is Memorial Day? That's on like the 28th.
Yeah,
right?
I think I'm going like the 24th to the 27th.
When's
Okay,
Memorial
24th
Day?
to the
Probably that Monday, 28th. I'm taking a red eye
Yeah,
back.
her fight's on June 8th.
Yeah.
So,
Because I've talked to her a little bit, and she was like, "Hey, yeah, definitely like come train." I'm like, "Well,
I don't do that no more. Hey, congrats on the retirement, man.
Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff,
no, I'm like, I'm going down for my younger brother's 30th birthday party.
Oh yeah.
And he lives in Hawaii. I'm in New York, so Las Vegas is like the halfway point.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely want to break off, and I'll train with you guys a little bit or whatever, or show a few tricks that I've
acquired.
Yeah. I used the wrong word. Yeah, you used it for me. But yeah, man, I'm hyped for our trip. But what else is Gray Maynard into these days?
Man, not much. Got my wife. She graduates her school in June. On the master's school. So
what is
we've
she
been dealing with that.
What is she going to school again for? Because I know you talked about like holistic medicine she's into.
Yeah, she's kind of going to be a holistic doctor. It's called functional nutrition, and it's basically like how to heal people through, food and there's a lot of like autoimmune diseases coming out, now and just how to heal people in all aspects through, food and not just taking prescription pills and
man,
that it's been a journey, like having a kid while she's in masters and it's just crazy. It's been crazy.
But everything you talked about in that, like, I couldn't agree with that more. When someone has like cancer or they're sick, I'm like, don't eat like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just tough to, because it's all run by money. It all goes back to money.
Right.
And there are some drugs and stuff that obviously we need, but there's a lot of ways to heal through just allowing your body to heal, and giving it the right nutrition and the right time to heal. So but we started doing prescription drugs and we're putting like a Band-Aid on gushing wound, and it's not really working.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I just because there's a lot of things, like inflammation's like the key thing that just like kills everybody, right?
Inflammation is it's not good for sure.
I mean, we do it. Well, it's good and it's bad, like you want some inflammation, like when you work out and shit like that, and that's how you like heal, right? Your body will need something to heal, but then like there's a lot of things that we are eating that are cause us to be inflamed and stuff like that. Like right now, I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking G Fuel, but if I was drinking beer, that would be, you're killing brain cells and all kinds of stuff like that,
Yeah, and I mean, if you have a gluten intolerance, you're becoming inflamed because it has gluten in it, and there's just a ton of different stuff, and everybody's different, right? Everybody is different, and we all try to, everybody tries to push us towards, hey, this diet works for everybody, but it's not, it's everybody's different. Everybody has different blood types, just you got to figure out like what's best for you, and that's a part of her job is how to
blood work and stuff like that.
Yeah, blood work, diet, how to determine like what's the best diet for you. And it's not really even a diet, it's just your life. Like, this is what's good for your life. Like, you got to do this for the rest of your life, And again, every now and again, eating what you can is all right, but if you're doing it over and over again, it's definitely not going to help you out.
Yeah, man. Fucking.
Yeah, let's get back on something funny, dude.
I
Like,
know.
This is.
Yeah.
Come on.
Bro, you
Stan's
guys were the
pissing me
ones
off.
going to diet and
No,
all that
shit.
nonsense.
Yeah, well, you know,
Nobody
hang
wants
on.
to hear that shit.
Hang on, you want
you
who
know who needs a diet? Stan.
Oh, shit.
You want who does not want to
Gray,
hear
I'm
about it?
Dennis. I'm Dennis, Gray. Let me tell you some jokes about my co-host.
Oh my gosh.
You know Dennis Gray. He's got weak material. So like, you know,
Oh,
it's like
come
5th grade,
on.
6th grade shit. Look, who you fat?
Well,
Hey, so the guy that we go on the tour with, he's awesome. Like
oh my god.
Brian Lee, the best guy ever, right? I just
Right
had
guy.
a great time. But we would hear Dennis fucking asking the troops questions, right? They were just so like obvious and off the wall. And then we start asking each other the questions when Dennis is around. He's like, "Are you guys making fun of me? Are you guys making fun of me?" Like, yeah, we're making fun of you.
Yes, Dennis, we're making fun of you.
Well, the thing is you know, they're trying to do right by us and they give us a good time while we're there outside of us doing our seminar, you know. So sometimes I'm like, I don't really care about radars, so I'll start asking for crazy shit, like, can you blow someone up on here? Like, no. Like, okay.
Well, yeah, I remember we spoke to
Do you
Ashley
have a
Evans
gun?
Smith, and you insisted on, nope, I'm shooting your gun. Can
Do you
I
have
shoot
a
your gun?
gun?
Until they finally let you shoot the gun.
Well, I just found the right
Hypothetically.
people.
Hypothetically.
Oh, Gray, one thing that we didn't do that I
Oh,
did
wait.
on my
Thank you
second,
to our man, our G Fuel tender for the evening, Anthony Piccininni. Thank you for
Yep.
the G Fuel, Anthony. Back to what you were saying, Dennis.
one thing that I didn't do when I was with Gray that I did on my second trip was I found soft guys and hung out with them.
Kuwait?
Special
Was that
Operations
Kuwait?
Forces. Or
Yeah.
Iraq.
But did you go to Kuwait? Where'd you go?
I went to Al Assad
Okay.
and like
Where's Al Assad?
I don't know, man. All I know is they told me there was like
I think it's in the Middle East.
yeah. No, it is.
Okay. Yeah, you can't drink over there, right?
Wait,
no, but
that's
we
like my-
found these guys.
That's like my first geography. I got them right. on
and
the
we were
show.
able to party with
So,
them.
so dude, I went away with Ally Kenta,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And Dan Henderson, and I think Mark Munoz and a couple other people. And like, we couldn't drink that whole time, right? And then we go to the embassy, and the embassy is where you can have like alcohol. And we partied with the Marines there. Everybody got shit-faced.
I forgot
It
who
was
I was
hilarious.
talking to. They told me Henderson got wrecked.
Dan Henderson?
Yeah. He was
He's
Yeah.
a boozer.
he was plowing him down.
He's as American as it
I
gets.
kept calling Al. I call him the raging Altalian. Like, raging Italian. Your next walkout, you got to come out in a wife beater, bro, with a little mustard
oh
stain.
Oh my God!
gosh.
Keep an eye out, Gray. He's about to fight Cowboy Cerrone, but obviously
He
we're
is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously May 4th coming up. We're obviously riding with Ally Quinta, but after he beats Cowboy, we're gonna get Al in studio. We're gonna start drinking. We're gonna break some shit. We're gonna have some
God.
shit show content with Ally Quinta.
Yeah.
Call me for that one, dude.
Whenever you're in New York,
I
Gray, we'd
love
love to
that,
have you
dude.
in studio. So whenever you make the
I
trip to
love
New York,
that, dude.
and even that, your second appearance on Menace and the Man, you know when it's gonna be? It's gonna be when you and Menace are overseas, because we're gonna try to do a show overseas with Skype or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, done deal.
Yep.
Greenland. We're freezing our balls off.
It's freaking
Well,
freezing.
hey, let's go do naked runs out in the Arctic.
Hey,
right?
hey, I feel like Ashley Evans Smith would be in on it.
Wim Hof. Wim
Wim
Hof,
Hof,
dude.
wow.
Let's Wim Hof it.
You should film that shit, and we'll just pixelate. We'll just pixelate what we
I'm
need
not
to.
trying to run it from a chick totally freaking.
We'll pixelate. It's good content. People want to see you guys do some stupid shit.
Or I'll just run really
Hey,
fast.
and then we have an excuse. We can be like, dude, it was cold outside.
Ooh,
I'm in the fucking
ooh.
Arctic.
And we'll
I'm
put
in the fucking Arctic.
and we'll put Menace and the Man logo over any junk that needs to be covered. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
So you're gonna obviously look and say, "What's that logo?" Oh, it's the Menace and the Man logo. Boom.
Dre, you look so small on that video. What's in the fucking Arctic, bro?
Well, no,
You
isn't.
try running in the Arctic naked.
Oh yeah, that's what they say, right? I remember
Yeah.
that one movie. They said, oh, I forget the movie. I think it was like the Mighty Ducks or something. She said Greenland is very nice, and Iceland. No, Iceland is very nice, and Greenland is
Yeah.
covered in ice.
So what we learned in elementary school is when they made up the names and they created these places, they wanted Iceland to call it Greenland because they wanted people to go there. But then Iceland, they called it Iceland because they wanted to keep people out because it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, and that's it was probably some idiot like, some irony.
Yeah, and that was definitely when they made up those names. That was definitely before iPhones and Google.
Yeah.
So there's no, because we're going in like.
You get it. Yeah.
There
was iPhones back then. You couldn't look it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That wasn't too funny.
We're working on getting buttons, so like when you say something like that, like a. Nah,
or when the joke sucks.
No, you gotta do the wah wah.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Dude, get your shit together. Let's do this.
Hang on, Gray. You're our first guest in our new studio.
We went with the big guys.
Oh, nice.
We went with the big time. You know what? One of my favorite things too.
Studio?
Oh, it's a beautiful studio. The best when we first started Menace and the Man, Gray Maynard wrote that song. He wrote me the Kokomo lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of saying Bermuda, though, he was saying Bermudez.
Yeah. Well, no, Gray used to be sponsored by Gamma Labs.
Oh, way back, the MMA days.
We're at Gamma Labs headquarters. That's where our new studio is.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
You got to start calling it your dojo. Well, hey, welcome to my dojo.
No, we've been calling. Well, I started calling it the. So I've got a Menace cave at my house. It's like my little where I play video games and work out.
Yeah.
And then every guy has a man cave. So our studio is called the Menace and the Man Cave.
There you go.
What do you think about that?
I like it.
Thank you.
But I'm just talking about. It was on Boogie Nights when he was bringing that girl into his room. He's like, "Welcome to my dojo."
Oh, that's right.
Boogie Nights. Yeah.
That's right.
Welcome to my dojo.
Mark Wahlberg.
When we bring guests in, that's what we hit them with.
Wahlberg.
Welcome to our dojo. This is where we're making thunder. This is where we're hitting some moves.
Dude, I think this couch turns into like a bed.
It does. It's a futon.
So if you try a bang later stand, I'm out.
Me and you?
Yeah, dude, you're freaking a weirdo.
No, come on. Maybe a lady, not you. I'm not trying to go there.
If you were
me and Bermudez, we do we have to sleep in a bed together? No,
Cause hang on, one bed.
You and Bermudez have probably gotten weird together. I've heard some stories, especially if you guys are drinking. I know how Dennis is. Dennis is a weirdo. So if you're out drinking with Dennis, some weird shit's gonna happen.
We had a great time.
Hey, dude, he's a wrestler. Yeah, of course he is.
Oh, and even that, 100%. You guys both grew up wrestling, so yeah, you guys are comfortable with a lot of shit going on.
Stan, did you know me and Gray wrestled?
Did I know you and Gray wrestled?
Yeah.
Each other? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he beat me.
Ben Askren put that on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben Askren.
Yeah. Gray, like every match I was in against a high-level wrestler, went out and scored a bunch of points early.
Immediately started fucking you up and flexing on you.
Yeah. Then did my thing, got pull.
And then Gray was like, this fucking kid won't go away. He got a little tired.
I started scoring points in the third, but I didn't have enough time. I wouldn't need I wouldn't need another.
I'm like, God, this guy's taking this shit so serious.
One of the funniest things too, Dennis told me is, I believe, didn't you weigh in like before Thanksgiving or something like that?
Yeah, Gray did, the motherfucker.
Yeah, and then Dennis weighed in
the day before.
I had
to lose like fucking. I had to lose like 8 pounds. I'm like, that'd be easy.
Yeah, I think I kept texting. Who put that on? I forgot.
Papalizio.
Oh, I thought Askren.
Yeah, Papalizio. I was like, hey, make sure he's on weight. No.
Hang on, I'm his guy.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking, dude.
Well, I remember we were talking to Ben Askren about it, and Askren was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, he did look a lot bigger than you. So, yeah, I was like, no, bro, if he weighed in before Thanksgiving, he was Thanksgiving meal and leftovers bigger than you, yeah.
Hey, dude, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's how winning is done.
Yeah.
So,
well,
great.
Did that O'Malley just pop for another?
No, did he?
I could have swore I saw something like that.
I don't know. I know.
Really?
Ostrich or some shit?
Ostrich meat?
No, not ostrich meat. Like,
what are you talking about then? Ostrich?
I saw he, because didn't he pop for something before?
He popped for a diuretic, I believe, before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
Pitch.
smokes a ton of weed though, right?
You got
Oh, he smokes
anything?
a lot of weed. What about you, Gray? You smoking anything?
Nah, dude. If I smoke, dude, I'll be in a closet. I'll think you guys are cops. I'll be out. I
Get
won't
you.
be good.
It hits everyone's cannabinoid receptors differently. Some people get super paranoid. Some people get super chill. Some people fall asleep. Some people get productive.
Either paranoia or laughter, like uncontrollably, that turns into paranoia that I'm laughing too much. You know, like, am I laughing too much? Because I feel like I'm laughing too much.
What'd you say?
O'Malley suspended for the first quarter of 2019.
Something
Oh, wow.
else? Something new?
Here, can you look at the phone?
Or I could pop it up here.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's see.
Well, he's already has it up, Stan. You're a slow typer.
Well, I was in the conversation with Gray Maynard, an OG in the MMA game. What
Yeah.
season of Tough were you on, Gray?
8.
Season 5.
5, yeah, way
Damn
back
it.
in the day. Where they're up to like 28 now, right? What are they up to? 26?
I have no idea.
Why don't you just take his phone?
No, because I see it right here. It says he's among the 4. Sean O'Malley, Nico Montano among 4 sanctioned by USADA.
Oof.
So he got another suspension on top of the other 6, is what it's looking like.
Tell you what,
That's
man.
unfortunate.
Damn.
Talented kid,
He
too.
don't look like he's taking any juice either.
Yeah, right?
Well, that's the thing too. I've heard, like, I've talked to you and LaFleur about the USADA list. It's pretty ridiculous. Some of the shit on there is like, obviously, a lot of the shit is steroids and performance-enhancing drugs, but then some of the other shit
Hang on.
is.
Do you want me to be honest with you? I've never looked at it.
You've never looked at it?
No.
Oh, I could have sworn I had.
If there's anything that I question, I'll like send it to my manager and have him look into it.
Yeah.
But you know, I just go to GNC for the most part, and I know there's things in there, but I have a.
Yeah, you did good. You never pissed hot.
Well, I've never taken anything that was fucking illegal.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Not if you ask who dropped you though. Who dropped you thinks you're juicing, but then he backed himself out and said you were just all hopped up on G Fuel.
That's right. Greg, when did you start fighting, dude?
What'd you say?
When did you start fighting?
I think I had my first fight. It was an amateur fight against Evan Dunham
Oh,
up
wow.
in Oregon. Yeah.
Amateur or
Like,
professional?
Like 06, it was amateur. So I had Evan Dunham as an amateur. Then my next first pro fight was in Iowa. The guy was trying to match me and Tyrone Woodley up, but Tyrone couldn't make it, right? And then I had another pro fight against, you remember Brent Weedman? He was a Bellator guy. He
Yeah,
fought for the
yeah, I
title
remember
a
him.
couple times, yeah. So, yeah, I fought those guys, and then I was on the show.
What was your record before the show?
Like
Undefeated.
3 or 4-0.
All right.
Like 4-0 maybe.
Pro.
1 amateur, yeah.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, Gray was a fucking stud from the jump. And now you wrestled. You were at Michigan, right?
State.
Michigan State.
At Michigan State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you were like the team captain, like one of the baddest dudes in the room,
Rashad
right?
Evans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you could say that.
Yeah, we had Rashad on as well. He was a good time.
You did?
Yeah, he spoke about he spoke highly of you and Michigan State and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're doing big things here, Gray. You're late to the party. We were saving you for when we got into the new studio.
Yeah. You
know-
know me, I'm I only go with the new studios and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
only go with things
big
when
time.
you only like into it when
Yeah.
when it's a short thing. Before we weren't sure what we
Yeah.
were doing. Me and Menace were just in there bullshitting with each other, dicking around.
Yeah.
Now we're on to some real shit. So yeah, Gray,
Yeah.
we don't want to keep you all night. I feel like we can keep you all night, but we're holding up. Actually, we got to get to Jessica I. So
No worries, man.
you're gonna become a
Appreciate
regular,
you having me on, dude.
and you see what
Dennis,
happened.
Let's
We didn't talk any
let's
fighting.
paint Greenland red.
Yeah. I
Ooh,
can't
I like
wait
that.
to fucking pee in the snow.
He just says pee. I can't wait to fly 24 hours to pee in the snow.
Well, it's not a
I
dry
love
country,
you,
right?
bro. Yeah.
So you guys will have some fun.
Day.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
As
man.
long as you guys are drinking, you guys will have a shit show.
No, it doesn't have to be like that with me and Gray.
No.
No, we can
can
go
have
look
fun.
at art and
Absolutely.
architecture.
But-
You know.
And cursive pee in the snow.
But
and pee in the
if there
snow.
is alcohol involved, it's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah.
So,
Just make sure you get it on Skype.
oh yeah, we're gonna bring the cameras. We're gonna get some Skype going. He's gonna have the GoPro, and you guys will capture some Gray Maynard and Menace Bermudez live adventures in Greenland and Puerto Rico.
This dude's trying
Yeah,
to
we'll
make
try to
work
tase
on
you
top
again.
of work.
You know what? Then don't
we'll
do
try
shit.
to taste
Yeah, I
you
won't.
again.
Then don't do shit for your content or your career. It sounds good. But Gray Maynard, thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys.
I miss you.
Appreciate it. I miss you, buddy.
All right, I look
We'll
forward
be
to seeing you.
together
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get an apartment together.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy, Gray. Gray Maynard. I feel like we could have went all night with Gray.
Yeah. Well,
Like, fuck, if he was sitting in the middle of this couch, we
Yeah.
would be like the three
I'd
best
have
friends.
my arm around him.
The three best friends. And then I'd put my arm around you, be like, Stan, get your arm off my friend.
Yeah, because like you know, you take it too far, Stan.
So text Jessica, see what she's, or should we go to Puna and then Jessica? We're at 8:22 now. How about?
Hang on, this is our own studio. We can
I know we can do whatever we want, but I also want to try to get Nick on. I definitely want to get Puna on. I'd love to get Jessica I on. So
Hang on, Nick said he's an hour ahead of us.
My brother.
Yeah, it's an hour behind. Yeah, he's
Being in Japan.
we're going for the stars.
no. Hang on. I was like, we record. Hey Nick.
Yeah, what did he say?
Piccininni- hey,
He
I said
answered us.
Hey, Nick. We record from.
So I saw you.
7 to
I saw you
9.
wrote that. Where did you read that? Benavides pop?
Benavides and Dillashaw just popped.
Joe Benavides.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No.
Dillashaw, dude, I was so.
Are you sure it wasn't Dennis Bermudez? Because people get those two confused all the time.
Dude, my boy Dennis is pure.
Benavides.
It's pure.
Because who dropped you? Who dropped you is accusing Dennis. It might have. If Dennis might have popped
Well,
for
dude,
G Fuel.
look, put my camera on.
He wrote, "Why you flexing on Stanley
Put
so
my-
hard? Everybody
Ah,
knows."
look at that, dude. Fucking ready
There
to
you
go.
Menace cam.
Fucking Menace cam.
Oh, we're gonna adjust these cameras too better for next week, so that way it's like hardcore Menace cam. So that way when he's like flexing, the veins bulging in his head, you can like see it. Get right in there. Let the Menace fans get what they really want. Who was I just looking up? Joe Benavides. Oh, and I was gonna say, I mean, you got to expect that he's a 3-time All-American. Gray Maynard. He's a fucking badass.
Yeah.
Where you like, you could have had one more year, where you could have possibly been an All-American. I think like Gray's one of those guys. Like you would have saw him every year at the national tournament, you know, and he was clearly a fucking stud. So there's no shame in losing to him.
Oh no, I knew he was an All-American.
Yeah. And even that, he might have been one of those guys who, like, kind of, you know how sometimes guys are like, oh, you're an All-American, but you underachieved. Like, you were supposed to be 1 or 2. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was never an All-American.
You weren't always an overachiever.
But I would, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
An underdog. Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
That's, like, everyone, go back and listen to that episode. What was that, 20 with Stutz?
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, that was a very good one.
Just getting into a little bit of Menace's, wrestling history and how he got into college and whatnot, and hearing like a coach, like how a coach like sees the talent in you. You know what I mean? Like the coach knew he would just fucking, yeah, like the coach knew Dennis would just listen. He actually said he was just dumb like a box of rocks, but it was endearing. He said it very endearing. Yeah, he said it in a very endearing way.
You're endearing, Stan.
I am. Endearing's a good word. You don't know what endearing means?
Yeah, I do.
So I don't know. Did he? No, I don't think he popped. I think he's just.
Dillashaw definitely did.
Yeah. Oh. You got to be careful there. You're giving us the wrong information now. Yeah. Joe Benavides didn't pop. He was commenting on Dillashaw getting popped, and he wrote, "I'm surprised that it took him that long to get caught."
Joseph Benavides.
So yes, please. Sorry, Joe Benavides. We had to
Yeah.
immediately research that and clear it up.
I apologize.
Piccininni's been drinking too much G Fuel.
Yeah. Wow. That. Yeah.
He ate 2 slices of bad pizza and too much G Fuel.
That will get you every time.
But Joe Benavides, you're still a friend of the show. We have to get him and Megan O'Leary. We actually had him and Megan O'Leary like, oh, we'll be on Tuesday, and then we just never like followed up. like at Dennis's fight, because they both won that weekend. We were in Joe Benavidez and Megan O'Leary's like hotel room at like 2:00 in the morning, like shooting the shit. And we were like, "You're coming on the show, relationship. We're gonna do relationship therapy." And then we never followed up. We got to follow up with that.
I'm pretty sure Nick's watching right now.
Nick who? Piccininni?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because he texted me laughing my ass off. I just got done with practice when I sent that. My bad. I'm an hour behind. Cry face, cry face, cry face. Like cry face laughing.
Yeah, so he's in
Well,
the
no, hang on.
he's
like,
in the
after I called him out on like, hey.
He's Central Time, right? Yeah, he's on Central
Yeah.
Time.
He's in Stillwater.
Yeah.
Silly goose.
Silly.
And then Jess, I think I came at her a little aggressive.
You always come at
I said,
everyone a little aggressive.
well, no, like, hey, babe, you ready? Like, she said, hey there, ... But, or she could be like, hey there, ...
Ooh. Is that like, hey there, ... or hey there, hey there?
5:30 her time is 8:30 our time, right?
Yep. Oh, so we got her and Puna at the same time. Ask her if she could do 9.
Which would be 6.
And tell her we'll send her the autographed Menace photo that we owe her and a shirt.
And it's 6 o'clock.
Ask her if she could do 6. Tell her we just had Gray on. He was very complimentary. And then we'll jump into Puna. And then we'll try to jump into Jessica I. And then we'll try to jump into Nick Piccininni if he has a little bit of time for us. Or maybe we'll try to, whoever we don't get today, jump to Thursday.
We could do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens us.
I'll do them all tonight. I'm just saying, if you're down, I'm down. I don't give a fuck. I know
Yeah.
we're on our own time schedule now, so.
You want to put the camera on me? You want to know who else doesn't give a fuck?
Who, you?
Me.
The Menace?
Yeah, dude. I feel like you're not giving the people what they want. You're not flipping through cameras enough.
I'm not flipping through cameras enough. That's because I don't want to be doing this. The fucking other guys should be here doing this. But
What other guy?
our engineer. We're gonna create a little rotation of a few engineers. So our young Jamie, as Joe Rogan has, we're gonna have a few young Jamies. Where's Joe at? I don't know what happened to Joe.
Well, hang on. You see where I'm coming from, right?
Of course, but not
Yeah.
really. At the same time,
Wow.
do something for me and I'll gladly start blessing you.
Wow.
So I should bless you before you do anything for me?
Wow. Well,
When does UFC pay you a check?
hang on. If I go there and my opponent doesn't fucking show up, I still get some money.
Nobody's opponent didn't show up.
I mean, the opponent didn't show up was the OBS and Twitch not connecting. That was the opponent.
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out. But eventually, we'll have someone else hitting these switches. And then we'll add more cameras in. We'll set them up in better spots.
Yeah. So, Stan, how was your day today?
My day was amazing. I actually hung out with Dennis Bermudez, Maddox Bermudez, and Bryson Bermudez for a little bit.
Couple studs.
Yeah. I stopped by Long Island MMA. I saw Brian Michelino, Ryan LaFleur earlier today. Did you go to Long Island MMA today? This morning?
Early this morning, I taught a private.
Did you notice the front desk, or you just walked right past it and didn't even notice my work?
Walked right past it.
You're a piece of shit. Well, anyway.
I don't check in. I show up.
Well, anyway, I did some nice little trim work at the front desk for Depot, so it looks pretty mint now.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The Menace angle needs a little love, too. You are biased who dropped you. But all right, let's get it. Let's go for the little Menace angle. There you go. Little Menace angle.
Yeah.
And we're going to get you...
Show is right.
Watch who dropped you. Me and Menace don't know how to work the Zoom or anything like that, but our boy DeQuattro does, and once he teaches us, we're going to start zooming and shit like that, so I'll zoom right in on Menace's face.
Yeah, we're going to zoom in on all your pimples, Stan.
My pimples?
Yeah.
Why do I have pimples?
I feel like you probably have more pimples than I do in your life.
I don't know. What's a weird fucking...
Yeah, like in here you have a couple.
Men have pimples all the time.
Not me.
And no, I have one like a birth thing over here. And then maybe I have a blemish or two. Thanks for pointing it out, you dick. Real piece of shit, this Bermuda's character.
Nah, that ain't me, dude.
All right, so let's go right into your boy Puna. And I mean, so what do you think? Should we try to set Piccininni up? What did Jessica? Oh, she's probably giving us eye rolls now, right?
Yeah, she can do 9.
All right, so let's go. Your boy Puna. Where's Give me that wire. So I'm curious. How do you know Puna? We're going to talk about it on air, but
Ryan LaFleur was managed by Ali. Puna works with Ali. So Ryan LaFleur working with Ali and doing some training sessions. Puna would be there and
training.
Yeah, and he's a 45er. I've never actually trained with him.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect him and watch his fights and the whole 9.
And no, I think you're thinking of Dan Ige.
Oh,
is the 45er. Puna is the bigger one.
Oh, I don't know Puna then.
What an idiot.
Hang on. Dude, he knew who I was.
Everyone knows who you are.
Or let me see a picture of him.
Everyone knows who you are. What a dick. What a dick this guy is.
Oof.
Oh, my God.
Oof.
Best friend, it's me, Dennis.
Hang on, let me see a picture. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, no, I know him.
Well,
I've never trained with him either.
You've definitely never trained with him.
Oh, yeah? You go to all my training sessions, Stan?
Well, you train with light heavyweights and middleweights?
Yeah.
Who? Give me the last middleweight you train with.
Hugh McKenna.
All right.
I've also trained with... Hang on, I trained with Costas Philippou in his prime.
What the fuck were you doing training with Costas?
We were on the ground.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was.
I trained with Costas, too.
He's not amazing on the ground.
No.
Hang on, I'm not standing up.
I mean, he's pretty good, but he's fucking...
Well, hang on, he's so strong.
So strong. Like,
well,
yeah. So, like, I've had that with a few people. He was definitely one of them where it was, like, at any moment when he was like, you know what, I'm done with you. He would just throw me. He could kind of just fling me off of him. Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
I'm sure he was flinging you, too. So, you do know Puna.
Yes.
All right. So, we're calling
Not
Puna.
as well as Dan, though.
Okay. So, we're going to call Puna Soriano. He's actually about to fight on the... What's it called? Contender Series.
I'm going to need you to... Oh, okay.
Puna. Oh.
Hey, what's up?
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, we were just trying to link you in there. How are you, Puna? Welcome to Menace and The Man.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to be here.
Stan the Man here, Dennis the Menace Bermudez, and now we're joined by... Are you fighting at middleweight right now?
Yes, sir. Fighting at middleweight.
And now we're joined by rising middleweight Puna Soriano.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's up, dude?
Nothing much. Just finished some sparring, some little buck sparring, and driving home.
And you're in Vegas right now, right?
Yep, I'm in Vegas. Moved here like 2 years ago.
2 days ago?
2 years.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
No.
This is a new change. Do you get the UPI treatment or not yet?
Not quite. I mean, I get to sneak in there and jump in the ice bath and whatnot when I can, but as far as utilizing the full thing, not quite yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I would imagine you'd be able to sneak in there.
The food thing's big.
Yeah. What was that?
The food thing's a big deal for me.
You guys are cutting off right now.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, now I got you.
Fucking Verizon.
Yeah, Stan's got a shitty phone.
No, I have AT&T. I figured Puna had Verizon.
Oh.
So what's going on, Puna? Is this next fight confirmed? This fight against Jamie Pickett on the Contender Series?
Yep, it's confirmed. Everything's done on my side, so I'm sure it's done on his as well, and just both getting ready to get after it, I guess.
Oh, yeah, this is a big moment, right? So what is that?
Oh, yeah.
June 18th.
Yes, sir. June 18th.
So this is your ticket.
Over in Vegas.
This is your ticket to the big show, right?
Hopefully. I mean, that's all I can do is my best, and then whatever happens, happens.
Oh yeah. So where are you training at in Vegas?
Yeah.
Where are you training at, Puna?
I'm training over at Xtreme Couture. It's actually right next to the PI, basically.
Oh yeah, we just had Gray Maynard on. So you working with him at all?
Yeah. He'll run wrestling classes and kind of when he's coaching through that, but not directly. He's a great guy though. Got great technique. He's like a freaking beast. He's an ox, man.
Love me some Gray Maynard. Dude is a legend.
Oh, he's OG in the game.
I'm honestly kind of scared of him.
Me too, dude. Have you seen the sledgehammer that guy has on the fucking end of his arm?
Yeah.
Why would you be scared? He seems like the nicest guy in the world.
He is. Have you seen the fucking sledgehammer? Have you seen him hit Frankie Edgar and almost kill him?
Yeah. But,
So you're not afraid of that, man? For that?
I've seen you do some fucked up shit in the cage too. I think
Well,
you're a nice guy.
hang on. I've done some fucked up shit, but I haven't hit someone with the end of my arm and they like fucking almost die.
You tried.
Yeah, I try very hard. He does it effortlessly.
Yeah. He has clubbed a few people.
Bad. It's like his forearm goes right into his fist.
Oh yeah. So
There's no wrist.
how long you been doing this, Puna? How long you been training?
Let's see. Maybe about 3.5, closer to 4 years.
Oh, so that's
Not too
not
long.
bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And you're already getting that call to the Contender Series.
Yeah, it's been a quick journey, and I've loved every minute of it. It's been fun.
Now you moved to Vegas a couple years ago. Where were you before? You were born and raised and grew up in Hawaii?
Yep, I was born and raised in Hawaii, and I spent a few years in Iowa. I went to a small D3 where I wrestled at. It's called Wartburg College.
Oh, so you got the wrestling background.
Yeah, a little bit. You wouldn't notice in my fights, but I got a little bit of it.
All right. Why? You're more of a striker when you fight?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I honestly kind
Might
of
be
just blank
jiu-jitsu.
out.
Might be jiu-jitsu.
Dude, those Hawaiians fucking bite down. They throw heat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they're getting the last rib, dude. All right.
So now, Puna, were you fighting on the streets growing up in Hawaii?
Actually, funny story. I haven't ever gotten into a street fight.
What?
Ever.
Hang on. That's the opposite of funny.
Well, I don't know. I've always been like a smaller guy. I was probably 130 pounds majority of high school, so I was kind of just trying to joke my way out of confrontations and whatnot.
Same.
I thought that's what they did in Hawaii. Like, oh, you looking at me? You looking at me? Let's do it, brah.
Basically is, but
Yeah, that's how I've
But
always
he-
heard it was.
But he was the one that joked his way out of it.
Yeah. Like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Look over there. There's Bernie.
Nah, bro, we good. So when did you realize that MMA was the sport for you if you've never been in a street fight in your life?
yeah. So after I graduated college, I moved home, was looking for a job, and nothing quite felt right. And actually, Dan Ige invited me to come to his gym back in Hawaii to the wrestling practices. And for like a month or two, I was just going to the wrestling practices, having fun. And eventually, I made my way to like a jiu-jitsu class and a sparring class, and I just started going every day. And little by little, I became an MMA fighter.
And then before you know it, you realize you're kind of a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nobody's made it out of the first round yet, right?
Actually, my very, very first amateur fight, the guy made it out of the first round, but
When you didn't know anything.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't know anything. It was so bad.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, baby steps, right? Before no one gets out of first
Yeah.
round. So are you single, dude?
Say that again.
Are you a single man in Vegas or what?
No. I live with my girlfriend Erica. She's actually from Hawaii. She's a state champion wrestler,
Oh wow.
and yeah, she's pretty tough.
Now, did you pick her up being like creepy, like bet you can't take me down?
kind of. She's pretty good, actually. She got the move.
That's actually exactly how it happened.
Cause hey, if I'm trying to pick up a wrestling chick, like you can't take me down, like oh you got me, no. Oh bet you can't pin me and get me on my back.
The scary thing is like it gets a little physical sometimes. I forget
Ooh.
like she's actually a girl and my girlfriend,
Right.
and like she'll sprawl hard on me, so I'll have to like do something like use extra strength and pick her up and throw her or something.
Well, I'm sure she likes that a little bit, right?
Yeah,
That's why she picked you, dude.
I guess. Yeah, I got lucky.
Now, is she dabbling in any other training or just has a wrestling background? Or is she doing any jiu-jitsu, any striking? She going in the gym at all?
She wrestled in college for a bit, but it wasn't really for her. So then she's kind of just hanging with me.
Waiting for you to make it big.
Yeah.
Does she work?
Yeah. She works at a hotel called the Renaissance.
So
Easy job.
Do you guys get equal pay, or is she the sugar mom, or you the sugar daddy? Where are we at?
I think she makes a little more, but
Ooh, I like
somehow
it.
it always feels like I'm still treating her.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, well, she knows there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow there. Yeah.
Yeah,
She has a hard-working man, professional athlete. He's got a big dream. So, yeah, she knows that there's something going on there. And that's good, too. When you find a situation like that, you know you got a ride-or-die chick. When she's not like, oh, no, this guy's making money. It's like, oh, no, this guy's on the come-up right now. So.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was with me when I was, like, 215 and kind of chubby, too. So I know she's loyal.
When you weren't as good looking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you know she's loyal. You know that, it's not about the looks, too.
Yeah, for sure.
So she might actually like you for your personality, Puna.
That's surprising.
Yeah,
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, dude. Jeez.
I'm just kidding.
So you work with Ali, right?
Yeah, I work with Ali.
What is your position in I guess in that business, or what's so you're a fighter and you help manage fighters? Am I getting that correct?
Yeah, so. I mean, I don't really know if I have a position per se. I just go in and we just kind of just take care of business. Whatever he needs help with, I can help him out with. If we got fighters in town, I'll pick them up from the airport, take them to where they need to go, and it's basically just a helping hand,
Now, how'd you, fall into that?
Sorry, what was that again?
How'd you fall into that?
Sorry, I think it's my phone this time. One more time?
I was asking how you fell into that position. How'd you fall into working with Ali and doing what you're doing now?
I don't mean to sound repetitive, but Dan Ige actually hooked me up with this job as well.
Yeah. So Dan Ige hooked you up with this. So now are you and Dan old friends? Are you guys old training partners?
Man, we've actually known each other for a really long time, since 9th grade.
Oh, since you were 19?
9th grade?
Yeah, since 9th grade, we've been pretty much best friends.
Jeez.
Oh, I thought he said 19, but no, 9th grade. That's even more of an old school friendship there. So yeah, you and him go way back.
I was like, I didn't even hit puberty yet. I don't think.
Oh, me, I don't think I hit puberty until I was a freshman in college.
Stop.
No, I'm not kidding. I didn't have armpit hair until I was a freshman in
When
college.
was the first time you ever got laid, dude?
Probably senior year. Probably senior year.
Senior year?
And that's high school.
Yeah.
And you still were,
high
you
school,
still
high school.
hadn't hit puberty.
I mean, probably a little, but not quite.
I'm messing with you, dude. No, you did. You did.
For everybody just tuning in now, we're talking to Puna Soriano. Everybody be seeing him this summer on the Contender Series, June 18th.
Yes, sir.
So what's the step now? You just gonna win this fight and hopefully get that contract? And what's the long-term goal for Puna?
Long-term goal for Puna, it's not that big of a goal. I want to be the greatest of all time.
Yeah, so very modest, very short, very.
Not a big deal. No big.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I play it off like that, like it's no big deal, but that's really the goal. I want when they talk about the discussion of who's the greatest of all time, when they're talking about like Khabib, Anderson Silva, be like a definite.
You want to put Puna Soriano in that conversation? Oh, I think we lost you. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, we got you.
I got nervous there for a second, dude, that we lost you.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
So now, who you working with out in Vegas? Like Ray Cepho coaching you? Who do you got coaching you at Xtreme Couture?
So, the guys that run the main pro practice are Eric Nixick and Dennis. And on the side, I'm doing most of my work with Nate Pettit. He's been taking care of me since day one. First day I came out to Vegas, he pretty much offered me a job at the club, which was pretty fun. And he's like my dad, kind of. And I've been working a little with Ray Cepho too, and he's great.
Now, what made you make the move out to Xtreme Couture of all places?
I had a few friends I knew there, and honestly, like, the team I had back home was great, you know, a bunch of athletes, everyone was high level, but I was just the biggest guy by far. Everyone else was a 45-pounder, and I was the only middleweight. So I was just picking up a bunch of bad habits and whatnot.
And bad habits as far as what?
Like, if I took someone down, I wouldn't really, like, put my pressure on them. It would just be my weight would be enough to hold guys down, you know? So I didn't know how to put top pressure on people.
Yeah, you weren't getting the same looks
Things like
that you'd be
that.
getting in your fights, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, yep.
Now, who you training with out in Vegas? Who do you got to train with? What kind of bodies you working with?
Oh, man. Luckily, we're next to the PI, so aside from all the great bodies we already have, we get a bunch of people that come and cross-train with us. But on a day-to-day basis, I'm mostly working with guys like Brad Tavares. Lagoy Ivanov actually just threw me on my head a few times today. Who else did I go with today? Some up-and-comers, Ty. Not sure of his last name. Who else do we got? Uriah Hall, he's always pretty scary.
So, yeah, there's just always, so where at your old gym, it was nothing but littler guys. Now you just got constant bodies to work with, all different sizes, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, I remember way back in the day when Xtreme Couture first opened up, probably like 15 years ago, maybe even 20 years ago at this point.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
However long ago it was, way back in the day, probably at least 10 years ago. And it was like everyone, you know? Like you can go there no matter what weight class you were, and it's still like that today. Usually gyms fade out a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Xtreme Couture is still doing big things. Randy Couture is one of those OGs. Is Randy still around at all?
Yeah, I was just going to say, he stops in every now and then. He's still got it. I don't know how old he is now, but he's still got it.
Oh, he's got to be in his 50s.
Do you work with Jay Haran at all?
Oh, he's another stud, man.
I know. Because we were trying to get we were going back and forth with him for a little bit, trying to get him on the show. He's like, I got to spar. I'm like, what? What do you mean you have to spar? Like he was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not doing something for. I gotta go in there and get after. I was like, damn. All right. Because he didn't retire for like
2013, I think 2014. Yeah, he's been retired for a minute.
Yeah.
Got to stay in shape. Why you don't think?
He'll disappear for a while. He'll disappear and just come back on random sparring days, beat people up, disappear, come back, beat people up again.
Why you don't think you're gonna spar anymore now that you're retired?
No, I definitely will, but I'm not gonna go in for no reason. I need someone to be like, hey Dennis, I need your work. Or I have a bad day. And then my bad day turns into everybody else's bad day.
So if you have a bad day, you're showing up to sparring.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Which is I've done that like, I think 3 times in my career. Like showed up because I had a bad day and someone was gonna.
I remember you told me one of your bad day stories, and you like I fucked up, and you were like thrashing people.
Yeah, bad. I'm not trying to like finish people, but like on these when I show up with a bad day and people have to pay, people are getting finished with 16-ounce gloves on and shin pads.
You're throwing heat.
Yeah.
Well, that's how the sparring is at Xtreme Couture. Is it still really hard sparring at Xtreme Couture?
Last
There's
time
a
I was
few
there,
guys.
it wasn't too bad. Well, yeah, again, it depends on the guy.
Depends on who you go with.
Because there are some guys that they're like looking to fucking
make a name, yeah.
Well, not
dude.
make a name. That's just how they fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, sort of, because I fight pretty, like, I get after it when I fight. But in the gym, I'm probably, like, the gentlest guy.
Yeah. Because last time I was
I
there,
don't
I
know.
worked with Kevin Lee's younger brother.
Oh, Keith, yeah.
Very talented kid, you know.
Oh, for sure.
But we went light, you know. It was a sparring round, but we went light. We got good work in, and it was good,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, there's
Yeah,
always like
yeah.
those two trains of thought. Like I know, like the American way or whatever, like the old MMA way is like, oh no, we're gonna fucking kill each other. But then like the Thais, they spar like technical, you know, like they hurt each other, but like it's technique, like focus
Yeah.
on the technique. Whereas like the actual way, like to spar, is to kind of brawl, like to get
Yeah.
yourself ready for a fight. You know, you have to spar hard. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Get both looks.
And I've noticed almost like an alliance between the fighters that you work with, like the guys that Ali works with, like Khabib and Usman and Henry Cejudo and Gas.
A little bit of an alliance. Two of them about to fight each other.
Well, I mean, it's going to happen in time when you have, a fifth of the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, like, for example, like Henry and Usman were, at an event together, rooting for two opposite people.
Sitting next to each other.
Next to each other.
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool at the same token.
I thought it was awesome, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's something like Ali, like,
And
then
there, part of Usman had to also be like rooting for Kelvin in a sense too, because they share the same manager and they share the same, people.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
it was like a win-win for him.
Yeah, like I got to think Usman and Kelvin are acquaintances, if not friendly with each other.
Oh,
yeah. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
That was
Ali
probably
does
a tough spot.
Does a really good job with that. Like, I don't really know what it was. It's just like the little things, like calls everyone brother.
Yeah.
Makes everyone feel like family, invites them over for meals.
Yeah.
And everybody just gets a chance to really, like, I don't know. It just feels like a family more so than a business.
Right. If you're Ali's fighter and you're in Vegas, you have to go to his house for dinner almost.
Yeah.
And if there's a bunch of fighters in town, all of them are coming.
Oh, well,
for sure.
We've had Ali on the
Those are
show,
the
and
best.
we've talked about it a few times. I think Ali gets a bad rap because of how passionate he is. And then there's obviously those fans out there that just want to attack anything anyone does. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yeah.
I would fucking kill for a friend or a manager like that. You know what I mean? That would be like ride or die.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
100%.
But would you kill a small baby, Stan?
Would I kill a small baby?
Yeah, for that.
Depends on what the baby did.
No.
Yeah, what that baby
you had
do?
to sacrifice a small baby for a manager like that. Are you killing the small baby?
No, I'm not.
Huh. So you wouldn't kill anybody.
Is that what I said, that I would kill anybody? We'd have to listen back to that.
Yeah.
It was an expression, a generalization expression. I wouldn't actually kill a little baby. You didn't have to get specific on who I would murder.
But
to
what
be
if the
friends
baby had red hair?
Ooh.
I'd let him live. I have a nephew that has red hair.
You know who else has red hair?
I have strawberry reddish tints in my hair. Yeah.
Dude.
Here's something that happens on this show, Puna. Dennis has really bad jokes. So now I know all his jokes. So now when he tries to do them, I just fucking deliver them before he does and kill them.
Almost like the Eminem 8 Mile.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know everything you got to say against me.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
You probably love 8 Mile.
Oh, I fucking love 8 Mile. How do I not love 8 Mile? Everyone
That's
loves
a good
8 Mile.
movie.
Everyone loves 8 Mile. Puna loves 8 Mile. What do you mean?
Oh, it is a great movie, but it's probably like your Bible.
My Bible? Why is it my Bible?
I don't know. You would like to be.
Well, so wait. Last week, now what? I want to be Eminem or a rapper. Last week I want to be a battle rapper.
B Rabbit. That's the guy's name.
Oh, I want to be B Rabbit.
Dude, mom's spaghetti.
Yeah.
You got one shot.
You're mistaken. You're mistaken, Dennis.
No.
But Puna Soriano, we want to thank you for joining us. You see what we're doing here. We're trying to keep things light. We try to go a little bit outside of fighting. And we obviously
I like it.
we like to get guys on the first time, and then the next time we get you on, that's when we're gonna ask the real questions. You know?
Nah, he's lying.
No, I'm just joking. We don't have any real questions.
Well,
I'm ready for the heat whenever you guys want.
Well, I get a fighter on. I soften him up first time, right? Second time, I get him comfortable. Then I'm like, yo, like.
But we were like, yo, Puna,
Time
you
to
get in the
strike.
street, you get in the street fights. He's like, no, yo, you got a girl? He's like, yeah, I got a girl. We're like, oh wait, we got nothing else to talk about. We don't got anything to talk about.
What? Does your girl let you go to strip clubs?
I'm sure she would. It's funny. I was actually gonna. One of my first jobs was actually gonna be at a strip club, a bouncer.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
she was
like
okay with it.
that's like a rite of passage for a UFC fighter. It seems. If you're over like a certain height, though.
Yeah, you have to be
Yeah.
over 5'8", and you have to weigh over, I don't know.
You
probably
gotta walk at 200.
180.
Yeah, you gotta walk at like 190, 200.
Yeah.
And then they'll be
Yeah,
like,
just
yeah,
barely made it.
you know how to fight? You want to? Weren't you a bouncer? You remember you had that one story where you were a bouncer
One
the one
time.
night. Yeah. We'll save that story for next time.
So
For
Puna,
sure.
we want to get some of your staff or the fighters you guys work with on the Menace and The Man show. Do we reach out to you, Ali, Dan?
I would try a group chat with the three of us. That is probably the best way
Okay.
because with everything going on, it's a mess, but it's organized at the same time.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah. We want to, because I know Hawani has said, some shitty things about Ali, like, fuck him. Come on the Menace and The Man show, We'll get the content
Yeah,
out
I
there.
agree.
Yeah, and like I've told Ali a few times, and I told him to tell you, Puna, and tell all the fighters, we're the fighter show. That's what we want Menace and The Man to be. We're the fighter show. You don't want to come on a
Fighter
show
show.
and get a jerk-off journalist asking you questions. I grew up in this sport. So I grew up with
Yeah,
all my
sure.
friends are UFC fighters, and
Yeah,
then
he grew up in it and I did it.
and then Dennis is a UFC fighter. So we don't want to get guys on and ask them dumb questions. We don't want to do shock journalism. We just want to get on.
I want to know if you play video games, if you're single, are you on Tinder? If you're on Tinder, what's the nasty girls you bang? What's your moves? I want to know,
Oh, man.
you like cars? What's your fastest car? Have you ever outran the police one time? I want that stuff.
Okay, I got some good stuff.
Go on.
You gotta ask me the
All right.
questions though. You gotta ask the right questions.
Have you ever outran the cops?
Yes.
Yeah. and-
Yeah! Me
Slash-
too, dude!
slash no.
Me too, dude!
I would think that goes on all the time in Hawaii. I mean, maybe I'm like stereotyping Hawaiians. I feel like Hawaiians are badasses.
They are.
Like,
So.
like I feel like a Hawaiian might beat up a cop when the cop comes there.
Maybe if the chance is there.
Yeah, my younger brother just moved to Hawaii. Like, well, he didn't just.
Oh, no way.
He's in. I think.
We went
What's
over
the
this last
capital?
week. We didn't figure it out last week either. I
Honolulu?
don't think.
Yeah, I think he might. Well, I don't know. He's in the Coast Guard. I haven't been there yet.
He's in the water then. He's in the water by
Yeah.
Hawaii. Shout out
But-
to Jay Bird.
Yeah,
I
I need to
remem-
go.
I remember him like moving in, and him and his wife having like a debacle, and like, we need security cameras. We like what? Like, you gonna put the grill out there? You better put a lock on it. You better chain it. And I was like, really? It's like that over there?
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I don't ever remember locking my front door.
Yeah, no. Jay must just not want to fight. I thought Jay could
Well,
fight.
he's also like they actually Jay, because we're Puerto Rican and he's like a little lighter Puerto Rican. He sometimes gets mistaken as a Hawaiian. He's got a full sleeve.
Oh. Yeah,
So
yeah.
he fits in a little bit, whereas like his wife is like,
So people all day are like, "What's up, bro? You looking at me, bro?" And he's like, "No, I'm not.
I am not.
I am not.
Yeah.
Nope.
So you're
I'm
saying
good."
as long as he doesn't talk, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
They're
but
just
I
thinking
think where
Hawaiian.
he lives is probably like where they know, like, hey, no, you're not from here.
So Puna, are you ever making the trip out to New York?
Oh man, I've been there once and I want to go back.
Oh,
It's fun. I love New York.
next time you come
Dude.
back, let's get you in studio.
Bro, you could sleep over my
Please.
house.
Menace got
Please, I would love nothing more.
Menace got a gym, a sauna, a place for you to
Let's
sleep,
go.
the whole nine.
Yeah, dude. Alkaline water
Sweet.
machine.
And he's a pretty
Oh,
and
perfect.
he's a pretty good fighter. He's probably got some tips he can give you for some things you could possibly do in your, fighting career.
What makes
Please,
stand?
So let's end on that. Puna, we definitely want to get you back. Dennis, you're an established veteran, retired, most takedowns in UFC featherweight history. What kind of advice can you give a guy like Puna who's about to have his first fight under the Zuffa banner?
I mean, has way more fights than I did before I got in the UFC. One thing that people don't use enough is a level change. Like Puna, if I asked you to level change for 15 minutes and that was it, you could do that very easily. And feints.
Right.
People don't use them enough to set up their shit.
I agree.
Like if you just keep going like this the whole fight, just up and down, they're like, when's this guy coming or going? And they get very confused, and then you fucking,
Just
smoke
for
their
that.
ass.
I'm gonna do a bunch of level changes in this fight just for that.
Yes. Because, hang on, in all honesty, your last fight, how many level changes did you do?
Probably one.
Yeah, it didn't last that long.
Yeah.
All
right.
But maybe
Touché.
that one level change led to the shot that ended the fight.
Yeah,
It's possible.
fine.
So yeah, throw in those level
Well.
changes, Puna.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
That's
will.
it. And just fucking do you, dude. You're doing something right.
Be Hawaiian.
You're finishing dudes in the motherfucking first
Hawaiian.
round.
Oh yeah, that's what I kept saying to people. I was pulling. I was on the fence between Poirier and Max Holloway, but when Max was even getting fucked up, everyone I was watching the fight with, I just kept saying, "Bro, he's Hawaiian. He's okay. He'll be okay. He's gonna come back.
Man.
He's fucking Hawaiian. He's still in this fight. He
He
will
is
fight.
so tough.
He will fight till he dies. He's Hawaiian. He's good. Well, Puna Soriano's Hawaiian as well, so look at the lineage of Hawaiian fighters that have fought in the UFC. I'm sure Puna Soriano is going to be one of those names that people are saying in the future.
I like it.
Hope so.
I like it a lot.
Thank you for joining us again, Puna, and let's not make you a stranger here. Let's get you on as soon as possible. Right after you get this win, maybe fight week, something like that. Let's make you a regular on Menace and the Man.
Yes, please. I appreciate the time. It's been fun.
Next time we're going to be real fun. Like I said, we like to get guys on and grease them up a little bit, let them know that we're not trying to antagonize them at all.
No, you got it. I'll get down and dirty just with you guys right there.
And man, I was going to say, like, next time you come on, have a street fight that happened in your life, but you don't have any. So I guess
Go out and pick a fight with some random dude.
Yes.
Fuck him up and come back and tell us a story next time.
Or make one up.
I was gonna say I could give you a few stories that that some buddies told me.
We like
and
stories.
Just pretend like they're mine.
Oh yeah, we like hypothetical
we'll
stories
that.
and stories that happen to other people here. We love that shit.
Love it.
We love that shit, Puna.
Love it.
All right, so Puna Soriano, let everybody know how they can find you, your social media and whatnot.
You can find me on Instagram at Punahele_Soriano. That's PUNAHELE_Soriano. And Facebook, Twitter, pretty much the same thing. Actually, my Twitter's a little different. I think it's Puna185.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
that's it.
Puna Soriano, June 18th. Check him out. Dana White Contender Series. Thank you again for joining us, Puna. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Bye.
I like Puna.
Yeah, he's a solid cat.
I really think I like Hawaiian people. I feel like Hawaiian people are just fucking chill. They're all so chill. What are you jumping right into, Jessica?
Heck yeah, dude. I don't want to talk to you by myself.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
You're a piece of shit. I'm going to the bathroom.
Doubt it. All right, get right into it, Jess. I'll get right into it with her.
Yeah, you get right into it. Like she wants to talk to you.
Like she wants to talk to me?
Oh, I like that. Did we drink all of our beers already?
Dude, you both have one more. I could make a beer run. How late are we going?
I'm ready. All right. Enough of this silence. Call in the eye.
Hello.
My girl.
What's going on?
What's up, Jess?
Nothing. Just getting done, cleaned up from practice.
What'd you do?
I wrestled with Gray, and then we did some stuff at the gym with like the team training.
Did you really wrestle? Oh, hang on. Was Ray on the phone with me while he's all sweaty and nasty?
That was afterwards. That was like we trained, and then I was like, he's like, I'm getting ready to do an interview, and I was like, oh yeah, what interview are you gonna do? And he's like, Menace, and I was like, what the hell? Yeah. So yeah.
Woo,
Woo.
woo. So how we feeling right now, dude?
I'm hungry, but I'm good. No complaints.
Is that how? Hang on, that's how a fight camp is for you. You're like kind of hungry every hour of the day.
Always. Well, not always, but like every 3 hours.
Well, hang on, because the thing is, like, I remember 145, I would eat, and I wouldn't be full, but I'd be satisfied. And then on the hour, 3 hours later, my stomach would be like, like a monster is trying to fucking take over. And I almost like, I had this clock, and it was my stomach. Every 3 hours, on the hour, I would be so hungry. And you get surprised, right? If for some reason you didn't eat for 4 hours, you're like, what? Why didn't my stomach let me know this? Right?
Yeah, you nailed it on the nose, and I think that's why a lot of us fighters take naps, right? In camp.
Yeah.
It's like eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep, wake up in the middle of the night, do a protein shake, hope it doesn't screw up your weight.
Yeah.
Get up, check your weight. So it's
but
totally, it's the system. I mean, it's what we signed for, I guess, right?
Jessica, I don't want to be a bad influence, but sometimes that's why I would chew as a timer. Because you can't eat anything if you have a chew banger in your mouth.
You know what's funny is that's what I see a lot of like guys doing, like old teammates and stuff like that do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just yeah.
You're a lady. You're a lady.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I just like that's just not a fun buzz for me, right? Like,
you've tried it.
I've tried it before and I vomited and it was terrible.
Oh man, I remember my assistant coach in college saying, 2 things happen when you try chew. 1, you get a buzz. You're like, whoa, this is fucking really cool. Or 2, you throw up and you're like, I'm never doing this again.
No.
But a lot of people swallow a little bit of the spit or the tobacco and you instantly toss your groceries.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible. It wasn't even that. I just, as soon as I got that head buzz. Like I felt like I smoked a cigarette for the first time.
Wow.
It was just terrible.
Now, can you take me back in time right now? Like what, where were we? How old were we? Who was like, hey, Jess, throw this in your face?
It was me, my brother, my one friend Ray, and we were at I think we were at Walmart or
good
some
old Ray
store, and they were chewing it. They had the little
Ray.
pouches that you're supposed to be able to swallow. Yeah, the little little snuffs or whatever.
Yeah.
They were like, just go ahead and try it. So I wasn't even practicing. And like we'd gone down practice. It was kind of probably like 9 o'clock at night. Threw it in the middle of the walking down the lane of the grocery. And literally had to stop because I couldn't walk straight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a
Not
spitter?
Enjoyable. No, it was out of my mouth. Like as my saliva built in my mouth, I was like, "Get it!" I don't want it.
And you caught a buzz that quick?
Instantly.
Wow. Because I remember the first time I tried a little tobacco, I was in Pennsylvania. Hang on, because I had a double whammy. I was with wrestlers and I was in Pennsylvania, Pennsyltucky.
Do you know why I'm laughing? Because I'm reading the comments. Who dropped your vote? He wrote, we were talking about 8 Mile before, and he wrote, Menace straight up being racist. He thinks 8 Mile's every white person's Bible.
No, yours, Stan.
It's not my Bible. It's a good movie. It's not my Bible. And then he wrote, Dennis wants to know if you're single, how many times you masturbate per week, and if 8 Mile's your favorite movie. Grade A journalism.
Who is that?
a guy from the. We're live now. It's not only a podcast. We go live with a video, and we're on Twitch. You know, so people can type in and say things, and we can
Crazy
read it.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's crazy, we don't read it, right?
Yeah.
How are you
Just
doing though,
like,
Jess? Though, welcome back to Menace and the Man. You know that you're actually our third guest, our first 3-time guest.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big thing.
It is.
It's huge.
I'm waiting for my co-host spot or my own segment. So
Whenever you come
wait
back to New York, we want you in studio.
Whoa. Your own. Hang on. You can get your own segment.
like just a little bit. You just need a.
We
little
will call you
essence.
every. Yeah, we will
You
call.
need a little female essence
And we want-
on
we
such
want-
a manly menace show.
Maybe June, mid-June, end of July or something. You come to New York, you bring the belt, you come in studio.
I would love that because I hear Vegas is deafening in those times. So sounds like I'm gonna be a desert bird whenever it gets that time.
Oh yeah, you come post up in New York. Remember last time, Menace got a space for you downstairs.
The pool will be open.
Ooh,
Yep.
cannonballs.
Connor will have kicked rocks. Conor the Duck. Because as soon as I take the cover off, he doesn't have his own little dirty pond he likes to have.
Why? Jess don't know Conor the Duck. Does she?
She follows me.
She knows
on
Conor the Duck?
Instagram. Right, Jess?
No, what? Say what? Say what? One more
Conor
time.
the Duck. That's who. He's in my Instagram stories all the time.
No, oh gosh, I watch. Yeah, between your Instagram stories from then and when you used to your cooking stuff, I'm a Menace fan, so
Yeah.
I know what's up.
She knows Conor the Duck.
People are always going back to that fucking cooking show. We got to start that thing up again.
Yeah.
People want to see Menace throw pepperoni and steaks around.
Yeah, you right.
Bro, I've
You're
heard
right.
so many people be like, yeah, you fight and yeah, you're doing a show, but what's up with the cooking?
I
Like,
know.
they don't give a shit about what you're
Hang
doing.
on. Stan, you're saying that? They say it to my face. I'm like, you don't care about my fight?
They don't care about shit. They're
I'm
like,
out here bleeding, but you want to see me cook shit, and I'm not even a chef at all.
when you going to make spaghetti, bro?
Yeah.
It's like, I got a fight coming up. I don't give a shit. I want to watch you cook some stuff.
Fuck off.
So how's training going for this upcoming fight, Jess?
Good. dude.
Honestly, it's been really good. It kind of had a slow, hard start, and it wasn't because of the actual camp part, but it was just moving, getting to Vegas, getting a schedule down. My brother and my one jiu-jitsu coach and friend moved with me, so it was like, now I'm living with two guys. Like that's completely different. Like it was just an adjustment time for like all of us. So like we all were getting to like live together, like get a system down with Eric. Like I'm Darren, Eric, Nixick, who's going to act as like the head coach, Gray, and Darren, and my brother, like all four of them getting on the same page training wise, is finally just happened over the last week and a half.
So I have a little question. You remember like when you were in second grade and the first day of school was coming up and you're like, oh my God, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to know everybody. And like, I'm like nervous. Like, did you feel that moving to Las Vegas?
Yeah, considering things just didn't, some bad things happened in Ohio with some old teammates and my old coach. I was nervous because, I'm Jessica I, like everybody, like anybody who has any bit of name, if anything out of the normal happens, people just assume stuff and then they start saying stuff. And then I didn't know if I was walking into a situation where I was going to be kind of headhunted because they're like, oh, she's coming here. Who does she think she is? Like gym dynamics gym dynamics are hard, and the only other place I ever felt comfortable cross training at was New York. And that was up with, Ray and those guys, with Jenny. And, to be honest, I don't want to do the cold again. So, that
So
was
you
one
answered
of
my
the-
next question.
I didn't want to do the cold, and to be honest, 100% honest, the whole reason, like the number one reason outside of being cold was the UFC PI. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
They have so much to offer us. The food, my food's free, my like therapy's free, my like all of that stuff is free,
Yeah.
and there's some really incredible people out here and
Agreed.
that are worth it.
When we get
Agreed.
Dana on the show, we're going to pitch to Dana the East Coast UFC PI.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
So
ridiculous.
I think they're doing one. I think that I don't.
They're
know
going
if
to
it was New
China and
York.
fucking Mexico and all these other places first.
No, Puerto Rico.
How
Miami.
many Puerto Ricans and Mexicans are in the UFC? Dennis retired.
yep.
Yeah.
Gray
Yeah,
Maynard
this is true.
and Manny.
Did you know that Gray Maynard is a Puerto Rican?
No, and he just told me, and I was literally like, now I can see why he likes to beat people up. You know what I mean? Like he bullies, because he's totally like, Puerto Ricans are mean, and I can say that because my best friend is one. So,
Jess,
I mean,
trust me, I know, Jess. I know Puerto Ricans are mean.
Fuck off, Stanford. I beat the shit out of you.
You've seen Jess actually stood up for me the other day when Dennis was trying to fat shame me.
Oh my god, I'm trying to help you.
How does it help?
Like
How does
that
it
you're
help?
Like, I've had enough.
Why don't you
I wanna
smack
change-
the soda or the cheeseburger out of my hand instead of making fun of me?
Because you or I paid for it, and I don't want to fucking waste money.
Oh no, Dennis paid for it. Dennis takes me out on dates. He doesn't let me pay for my food.
Yeah.
Never lets me pay for my food.
it's not a bad thing. I
Well.
mean,
He's not my type, so.
but I mean, like maybe he's bartering you, like, hey, I buy your foods, now like do all this other work for me.
Yeah, that's probably where he's going with it. That's why he's laughing. That's precisely where he's going with it. Oh my God, Jess, I knows you so well.
Oh my gosh, she does. I think we're soulmates.
Who, you and Jessica?
Yep.
I?
Yep. We went over her types before.
We could be.
I'm like almost in the spectrum.
Almost.
Like I was a linebacker when I was in 4th grade.
Almost in the spectrum, just a few inches too short.
I know, because she's 5'6", right, or 5'5".
Well, technically, I just found out I'm 5'5". I've claimed 5'6" for a long time.
Wow, you liar!
All right, so now
Apparently
we're in talks. Now we're in
now,
talks.
Now I'm 1 inch taller than her.
Yeah, this is true. I'm shorter now. It took me some accepting.
Yeah, I think I'm funny.
Oh, you're some.
I think you're funny.
You have moments.
Well, it doesn't matter. You stand. It matters to Jessica I.
She said she thinks you're funny, so
Good.
all right. You're doing all right.
What were? Oh, I have a motorcycle.
You have a
Oh,
motor.
yeah?
I have my own.
Jess. Have you ever seen Dennis's motorcycle? Dennis has a fucking scooter. He doesn't have a
It's
motorcycle.
a 135cc.
Ruckuses, right? It's a ruckus, right?
Well, it's an Italian bike. I upgraded.
It's Italian.
Yeah, it's
It's
Italian bike.
Italian.
It's not Chinese or Japanese, whatever.
It's Italian.
It's a Benelli TNT 135.
Ooh.
Yep. And you know your boy did some work to that thing. Got a
Listen,
header pipe on there.
You listen. I like them. I like those little.
They're
vehicles
fun!
like that. I still consider them two wheels, even if it's a moped. It's one fast moped.
Hair in the wind. Hang on.
All
I
right,
got
so
that,
she's feeling it. You
Yeah.
didn't need to have a Harley. She's feeling it. You're
Jess,
good.
I got that hog up to 78 miles per hour.
Oh, wait a minute. When and where?
I was going slightly downhill and I was completely tucked.
Stop it. That is so bad.
What?
That is so bad. You shouldn't be going that fast.
Well, I had it full open. You know I live life on the edge. That's another thing I think she likes about me.
What?
I know. Listen, I've gotten my bike up to 117. That's the fastest I ever got.
Stop.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, I did it. I got from like Canton to Cleveland in like 20 minutes, and it's normally a 45-minute drive.
Jess,
It's pretty sweet.
my
My
second
butt cheek was clenched the whole time, though.
Really? My second time on a crotch rocker, I had it up to 135. And I was like, this is why I can't have these things, because I have no experience on them, and I'm seeing how fast I can get them to go.
I don't even know how to ride this fucking
Yeah,
thing.
I mean, again, they're scary, but
Oh.
they're. I mean, you know when you have control of it.
Yeah. And I had that.
Yeah, but you got to be
You know?
careful, man.
I know.
Game
what's-
of
you
like
know.
fighting's a game of inches. Riding on those bikes is a very, very similar,
Another game
more
of inches?
drastic, a worse game of inches. I think.
Uh,
No,
no, I don't think you're wrong here.
catastrophic if you fuck up on a
Yeah.
bike.
I mean, you can, yes, 100%. Like extremely catastrophic if you fuck up.
Yeah.
And then you know how they say everyone with a bike, you're gonna drop your bike at least once.
Yeah, my son fucking pushed mine over today.
Oh, that little bastard.
I know. And then he was like, "It might."
He pushed it over.
Well, I was in the house. He was out in the
he
garage,
was trying to
and he
ride it.
likes to get on and act like he's driving it. And I had it in like the front, like you put the front tire in a thing to hold it. But that thing you put the front tire in to hold it is, I think it's called. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's not bolted into the ground. So when it started to go, it fell. I come over, my mirror is broken. The end of the tip of my front brake lever is broken, And like before, you know what? I was going number 2. He's like, Dad, Bryson pushed the bike over. And I was like, what? Like, give me a second.
So to squeeze it off.
Well, the thing is like, he's like, and Bryson's like, Dad, like, yeah, I pushed it over on accident. Like, do I have time out? Like, dude,
you're about to die. What are you talking about?
You little. You know how do you like when a dog like poops on the ground, you take it by its head and like push it in it? I like didn't do that, but I didn't do that. But I took him out. I took him out to the motorcycle and showed him what he broke. And like,
yeah, I mean it's good like that. I mean my dad was the same way. Like my dad would have pushed my face in the ground.
Yeah, my dad did do that to me.
I mean, that happened to me, so, I mean...
Discipline.
I gave him a dusting.
Discipline.
He got a little dusting, and he got sent to his room. You know? But I was like, go to your room.
Hang on. I mean, listen, nobody's telling you to beat your kid, but, I mean, kids need punished. I mean, there is a healthy aspect of it.
But you know what's so funny? He's like, Dad... Actually, he's not even whining. He's like, do I have time out now? I'm like, yeah. He's like what? You weren't upset until I said yes. Is that correct?
And then you know what? That's because that's when he knew you were disappointed.
Yeah, I wasn't mad. I was disappointed.
Little kids.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I think kids can usually handle, like, if you're like the difference of that and then the look on your face.
Yeah, but I bought the new levers that, like, if it falls over, they fold up. And I've already had them for like a week. I've just been waiting.
Aren't they called sissy bars? Like, don't they call them sissy bars?
I don't think so. Like the lever, if your bike falls over.
Yeah, like you're supposed to put on the side, like it's like the little stoppers.
No, not like the bike falls. Like for the clutch, for the levers, they'll fold up. If they get, I'll send you a video when I get them put on. But I've just been waiting for them to get put on. That's why. So I wasn't really mad that he broke the levers because I already have new ones I want on.
Yeah, it's just the lesson that needs to be learned.
And I got real Puerto Rican on them, right? So the levers are like just aluminum, like, you know, like metal. The ones I got are red and black to match the bike.
Real Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what my bike was, red and black.
Well, see, there's another match.
Another thing you guys got in common.
Hang on, but what happened? So I saw you put up a post like thinking about getting another hog out here in Vegas.
So my stuff is still back. Like some of my stuff is still back at my old house in my garage. Like some things I couldn't get rid of, like life things. You know, like I had to get all of my immediate stuff, my bedroom, my couches, like tables and stuff like that. But like taking my motorcycle, like my accumulated stuff of, you know, my toolbox, all of the stuff that I had made for like my motorcycle, my cornhole boards, like my garage, like, you know, that was the last thing that got to go. So my motorcycle is still there. And I feel like at this point, I don't know if shipping it out here is going to be the best bet at this point. I might as well just get something new.
I mean, you have two options. All right. So that's another thing about me. I'm like a life coach, you know. So one, you sell your bike that you still own in Ohio, right?
Yeah.
And buy a new one in Las Vegas. Or, I don't know, you just buy me a plane ticket to Ohio, give me access to the bike, and I'll drive it to Las Vegas and then just fly me home.
He'll do it.
2,000 miles?
He'll do it in 2 weeks.
That's a lot. I mean, that is something we could definitely talk about.
It's light work for me.
Oh, but I guess, would that be a lot of, I don't know about bikes. Would that be a lot of miles to put on a bike?
Yeah.
Well, not really.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. My dad had a motorcycle that had 128,000 miles on it, but he did a lot of like New York to Florida trips, like with his crew.
Yeah, so that's an option, Jess.
It's on the table.
Dennis Bermudez will ride your bike from Cleveland to Las Vegas tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Next week? I don't know. You seemed like you were gung-ho. I thought maybe tomorrow would be on the table.
Well, no. Well, listen, man. I got my little guys tomorrow. I'm having my retirement party
Ooh,
this
I forgot
weekend.
about that. You're missing a good party this weekend, Jess.
Yeah.
You should have came to New York.
Yeah,
Fucking Vegas.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
I'm having a retirement party.
It's your retirement party?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know,
Yep.
most people
How do you
retire
feel
when they're
about that?
32.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
Pretty
I mean,
good.
it's one thing to actually say and you do it, then like another to like actually like, oh wow, this is really it.
My energy levels are so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it's like,
Stressful fighting.
yeah, it is. Because the thing is, I could just fight, and a week after my fight, anything I eat, I'm like, well.
Well, what was part of it?
Or any work I miss, like Dennis, what do you?
Was part of it 145? Was that like if you would have went up to 155 sooner, you think it would have added a little bit more of like drive or wanting to keep fighting? Because I feel like a lot of the time when you gripe about it, it's the weight cut.
Well, I also think too, and I think this is going to be, and Jess can touch on this a lot, is moving locations is almost rejuvenating. It's kind of like this, like, you know, because I've gone to a few gyms where I didn't know what to expect, and I go in there and I don't know what's going on. And I had this like, well, what's next? Where when I walk in my gym, I know exactly what I'm going to do next. There's no surprises, and my brain
It
knows
gets mundane, yeah.
it knows exactly what's about to happen. It's like, ugh, like this again. There's no surprise. That's why when I run practices, I try to fucking throw it totally off from what they think's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it's like exciting.
Change.
Yeah.
Changes it up,
yeah.
keeps it interesting.
And,
yeah.
and having kids, I can't change locations.
Yeah.
Without
Yeah,
sacrificing
and that's a big thing, right? Like, and I think that's one of the biggest differences with some female fighters and some male fighters, right? Like they stay local, or like it causes a lot of problems, right? Because like they end up staying local because of the circumstance and not for, you know, themselves, because
Right.
they got a baby mama, or they actually have a girl that they're with, you know, in that way.
Yeah. And then another thing about me too is like I almost think my loyalty is to a fault.
Yeah.
Don't let your slavery be your loyalty.
Yeah, where like I don't want to. I wanted to leave my very first gym for I don't know, probably a year before I actually did. You know.
Well, it gets tough when you build like personal relationships with everybody, and then
Yeah.
you become friends with everybody past the personal relationships, and it's like,
And then there's this like, what? Why are you leaving, man? You don't think I have what you need?
yeah.
Nah.
Well, nobody, at that point, that's when things just become, they become personal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
What-
they go, oh, well, you know, it when it comes to training, actual training hour, oh, it's business, but any other time, it's personal. So it's
Right.
challenging.
Right.
Because it's very much so what I dealt with my decisioning
Yeah.
to leave.
Yeah, I couldn't
And it's
imagine it
sad,
was
you know,
easy.
you
You
hope-
know.
You hope that people eventually, you know, sometime, you know, down the road when fighting is done, they'll realize what was important all along. And that was happiness of, you know, whatever makes your friend happy. You know, that's real friendship, right? Like we all can agree. Like sometimes our friends do things maybe we don't agree with, or that, you know, we told them, you know, not to do that. You know, just because they do it doesn't mean all of a sudden because they don't follow your every direction means you're not friends with them.
Right.
I mean, you accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're riding with the change here at Menace and The Man, Jessica. We're thinking that Vegas is going to do some good things for you.
I am.
Yeah.
I really do. I do. I really believe that.
And a lot of badass people, like, I don't think I'm one of them, but like, yeah, man, like, or like, hey man, I'm gonna go over here and train for a few weeks, and like, yeah, go ahead, man, like, do you, and then like, I'm gonna go move here, like, what, bro? Like, I liked it over there, dude. You know, like what?
It reinvigorated something.
Yeah,
it like
but-
motivated me. Yeah.
Also, some people like, yeah, man, like, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Whatever's best for you, I'm with it. And then when you actually pull the trigger, they're like, it turns out that they weren't with it.
Yeah. It's like
You
you're an
know?
Yes,
asshole.
and that's
Yeah.
and that's really that's the biggest thing, you know, and that's how you really find out what, you know, level people really are on.
Yeah,
with you.
well, yeah, and if you find out in relationships with people, like whenever someone's not cool with something that's better for you, that's like their own insecurity.
Yeah.
Like they're hating on you, or they're
Yeah.
just not, they never liked you to begin with, or it's their own insecurity in something that's in them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because I'm pretty like, I feel like I'm very, I know what's going on around me, you know? Like, so if I had a gym and we only had I don't know, 60 members, and someone wanted to go that I got good, wanted to go to a gym that had 120 members, I think I would fucking get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't think I'd be like, well, their coach isn't as good as me. I mean, if we have that big of a bond, I'll come to your new spot and help you train over there from time to time.
Yeah, like that's something I
No,
never
the
got.
problem is because most people don't. I mean, listen, come on now. We're dealing with fighters here, right? And mainly men. So it's
Yeah.
your fellow mankind that
Fucking hate
treats
men.
that other one like that. And instead of agreeing to disagree on what is best, most people just say my way's the best way, and that's it. And if you
Yeah.
don't follow my way, you don't get me. And that's
Yeah.
just like that's a coward pushing way. But it's what people do, And it's just kind of a nature of the beast, and unfortunately, friendships really get severed in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there, especially you hit the nail on the head. I mean, especially in fighting, ego is such a high thing, and it's such a high element in the game. So whether you're a coach or a fighter,
you need an ego to be
Right.
successful at fighting.
but
You need confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're fucked.
yeah, but I mean, working with my jiu-jitsu coach, he's very open-minded to things, and he's made me open my mind to things. But on the same token, I could see myself doing some things and be like, nah, that shit don't fly,
Yeah. Well, there's everything. MMA, every aspect of life, politics comes into play. Jiu-jitsu and MMA is one of those communities where it's like, whoa, this is like fucking cutthroat politics.
Yeah.
But it's the ugly side of the sport a little bit. But
You just got to take it with it. What I've learned is that you don't let things hurt your feelings. You have thick skin, and don't act on the first emotion anymore. That's what I've learned most recently. And sometimes being quiet and not giving people this angry reaction gets a different reaction long term.
Not to be confused with going with your gut answer while
it's
taking
not.
tests.
Sometimes you got to stop. And
Hang
think
on,
about
not
it.
yeah, because you know that's what they say.
what?
When you're taking a test, whatever your gut answer is probably right.
I always pass it and come back to it. I much rather not waste any time on it. If I don't know instantly, I'll come back.
Now, how do you know where to go?
Hold on, wait a minute, then I'll answer the question later on.
You put a mental note in your head, or you circle it, or mark the page.
Yeah. Whatever the importance is. It could be either putting a text message or just.
You
thinking
can't have your
about
phone
it,
in a
whatever it is.
test.
Whatever it is. I mean, in a test, I would just go back to it. You check your answers at a test, go back to see what you didn't answer.
All right. So now I have a real question. Fuck this fighting and gym bullshit. Do you have your motorcycle's license?
No.
Me neither, dude. Rebels.
Nobody does. Listen, I did my
Through and
temps
through.
one time and got them, and then they expired.
Another
No, I
thing
don't
that you
have
guys
them.
got in
But
common.
Nobody in the
gosh.
world.
Couple of rebels with no
Nobody
motorcycle
in the
license.
world that has a motorcycle license. I was just talking with one of the chefs at the PI, and I was like, "Hey, do you actually have your license?" He's like, nobody has a license that
But
actually has one.
I should probably get my permit, no?
Yeah, I would get your permit at least, because then you could kind of
Yeah.
at least play dumb, like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, brother. Like I didn't mean to."
Well,
I didn't mean to
Well,
do
right
that.
now he's gonna play
it's
dumb and be
crazy.
like,
I just got
I
stuck
didn't
in
know
my
I needed your
friend's house.
license. Right?
no.
You're not?
Well, I mean, I don't sound like that, but I was going to go
A
with.
little bit like that.
I thought you needed a license for a motorcycle over 150 cc's, which mine's a 135.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think you need a motorcycle license with any engine above 50 cc's, but I'll say I thought it was 150 cc's.
I
And
don't
then the
know.
guy
I
will be
think
like, you want to
every
get
state is
technical wise
different.
ass?
I don't know.
What?
I'd have to ask
And
my
then the
brother.
cop
He's
probably be
really
like,
good
oh, you
at
want to get
stuff
technical
like
wise
that.
ass?
Yeah,
Just
then
give you
I'll
a ticket.
fucking headbutt them.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Oh, Jess, so I'm riding down my block, right? So, you know the guys that have crotch rockets, right? That have like the spikes on their helmet? Like the Mohawk spikes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they think they're so cool, right? But in real life they're losers.
Yeah. They're usually pretty fucking geeky.
Right. So I decided, because I have a very, very small bike, that I'm going to be obnoxious and I'm going to get the Mohawk spikes.
I was just going to say, you got spikes on your
On
helmet. What are you
my
talking
I think they're
about?
kinda
No,
cool,
but
though.
hang
I
on.
do think
Oh,
they're
it's
kinda
ironic.
cool.
No,
ironic,
it's a
alright.
joke.
It's all right. I thought, because I didn't know where you were going with
I
that.
don't have a proper bike that crushes it, so I'm going to fucking have spikes on my helmet.
I just started looking at Pitch like, yo, he has the fucking helmet. What is he talking about? Is he not going to admit to having the helmet?
But my move is, right, because Jess, she rides, she gets it. It's you have to be seen or heard on the road, right?
Yeah.
Jess?
No, I agree. I'm a jerk. Like I'll rev my pipes up so people know I'm there.
Yeah. So I try to put together the most obnoxious get up possible. So like, look at this fucking douchebag. Now, if you see a douchebag, right, or you see like a stupid car, or whatever, you almost can't keep your eye off that car.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to get a jean jacket vest with fringe, cut off sleeves, fringe on the sleeves there, right? I'm gonna get the Menace logo on the back. I'm gonna have my helmet, full face helmet with the spikes, and also on my spikes I bought stickers that at nighttime are reflective.
That's not a bad idea.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah. So I'm going to look. I'm trying to look like the biggest douchebag possible. Because I like.
Yeah,
because I think it's funny too.
They know where you're at. I
Yeah.
mean, you're there.
Yeah. But so this little bike sounds like a big bike with the pipe I put on it.
No, that's good though. That's what you want.
Well, also I'm trying to make up for something, you know.
Yeah, compensating.
All like my truck is big. My last Jeep was really fast. Because I have small man syndrome, I think.
You think you do? Or
No,
do you know you do?
I
You're just
don't.
not
Well,
trying-
you know what? Actually, to be honest with you, I like to say that about myself because I think it's funny. But in all honesty, my dad is Puerto Rican and owns a body shop, so I've grown up like around cars. So I want all my shit to be custom and better than everybody else's, pretty much.
Yeah, you're just into it.
But I like to tell people
It's a
try
good
to make up for something.
It's a good joke. Yes.
It's a good joke. You
Yeah.
gotta you can't overuse it though. You gotta find something else to like use both with. You gotta have like two reasons.
Fine.
That's good though. Jessica's giving
You
me
could be
some
like,
good
I like big
information
cars.
on
They're
this.
like, I like big stuff. You're like, well, I like big tires.
So now, Jess,
Like a joke. You gotta have like a dad joke or something in there.
we'll shift angles a little bit, shift avenues. Biggest fight of your life coming up. Do you date leading up to a fight like this?
I have a funny saying, but I don't know if it's rated for
We're ready for it.
It's perfect
It's
for our
rated
show. It's
for Menace and the
perfect for
Man.
Menace and the Man.
Oh man.
If you can make it
I
raunchier,
think
go ahead.
Right now, I me and my girls laugh about it, but we think that good dick is a distraction right now.
This is true. It's usually a distraction, yes. So now
But
that's a question I was
that's
going to
one of
ask
the
you.
Funny things that we say with everything.
We've
But,
obviously
I mean, it's just not the top priority, right? Like it's hard to date in this world, right? Like I too, like you guys don't think that it's the same like for women. Like you don't like come home from a hard practice. Like I don't sometimes want to talk.
yeah, you just want to be left alone.
Well,
no, you just want to be like, and you know, it's too hard. You have to go
Wait,
through the dating
did you say
process. You have
beat
to talk.
or be?
You have to get to know each other. You have to, and it's like I've already been doing so many emotional like things. Like, can't we just sit and be quiet? And then at what point do I end up dating someone just because they're good at comfortable silence? And then I end up realizing after camp I hate them.
Did you say you just wait, back up? Did you say you just want to be, or you just want to
Like
be?
like I just want to be there. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
talk. I don't
Oh,
want to
okay.
like entertain. I don't want to have to do all these extra things, especially in this kind of a fight. I mean, it's
because I think I'm like overly horny dude, and like I know like sometimes I'm deep into a camp, especially at 1:45. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to sleep right now.
You're too tired to even do anything.
Well, I mean, if you know some things start happening, I'm gonna answer the call, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pursue the game of like, hey.
If that bat signal goes up, you might answer the call.
Yeah, like, hey, like, you, how's your back? You want a massage? Like, hey, let me massage your feet, you know?
Well, that's what I was going to ask, Jess. So we've all seen Rocky, and we heard Mickey say how women weaken legs. So for a female fighter, it's similar. Men weaken legs. Men are the bad. Men are not good leading up to a fight.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been successful both ways. So I mean, I suppose I don't really know.
I see her.
You know
angle.
what I mean?
Hang on,
Like,
I see her angle.
I think I've been fine at both ways. I just think
Yeah.
that
No, I
right
see
now
her angle.
I can't date anybody that's gonna like all of a sudden, like, I'm gonna have to worry about his feelings and about what he wants right now.
Right.
And this is just like, and again, maybe I just haven't met the right guy that wants to me first and be like, hey, you first. I mean, girls do it for guys all the time. I see some of my guys date really good women and they do things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you and Dennis already met before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and you haven't met, so who knows what's gonna happen there, but no, I'm just playing. You set me up for it. But
You
so
guys are awesome.
leading up to this fight, changing up training camps, no dating, Valentina Shevchenko, June 8th. What's gonna happen that night?
She's getting Menace trained. I'm going to Vegas Memorial Day weekend. We're gonna fine tune some things.
You started a little bit of mental prep. I've heard it, like lightly. Menace keeps it light.
Yeah.
Jess, any talking to Menace is good talking to Menace. He's got a really good brain for like the fight prep. Like I always tell.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm from my understanding, you and Gray, have done some traveling together before, so
Right.
it'd be awesome to see both of you guys bounce your heads off of each other to tell me what you think I need to change.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure they keep it serious because they're just going to be dough dicking around and telling jokes and
Yeah,
shit.
I love fun times, so
Yeah, I think there's a time and a place for it. If she's smiling, I can make a joke. But if she's looking at me like fucking like give me some real shit, I'm delivering real shit.
I'm usually trying to have a good time.
Yeah, but I think
me and my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, again, more like we always laughed. Like today, Gray was on and kept a straight face when my jiu-jitsu coach tripped ass. It was hilarious.
Yikes.
Gray squeezed him and we all laughed, but Gray just kept it serious that time.
We laugh. High five. Yeah.
So Vegas is going good for you so far, Jess. We're happy to hear that you're getting it all together and things are going good out there. We hope training camp's going really well, and we want to see you kick Valentina Shevchenko's ass June 8th.
Oh man, that's the plan, and that's what we're sticking with. So
we always
it'll be incredible. You guys ought to come by. It's not too far from you guys.
Where is this fight? Oh, Chicago.
Chicago.
That's kind of a hike. Chicago sucks. I never.
You know
been.
what?
I mean,
You know
but
what,
still,
Jess?
I never been there, but people are always arguing with me about the pizza, and I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah, I mean it's
filling.
It's not,
It is very filling.
The Chicago pizza.
Yeah.
It's a no contest.
It's different.
But
I definitely like. We found an old school or like an authentic place here that does the brick pizzas here, and they were like certified from Italy. They have this little thing, and they have the best pizza out here in Vegas. So it reminds me of New York pizza.
well, you've had.
Prefer like New York pizza over Chicago.
Have you had Chicago pizza yet?
Yes, I have.
And what do you prefer, New York or Chicago?
New York.
All right. Just making sure.
No, New York all the way. Every time, I always try to find different places.
Well, you know what makes
Different
New York
pizza
pizza
spots.
New York pizza, right?
No, what?
The water.
The water?
It changes like what the dough tastes like.
I mean, I could believe something along those lines.
No,
might
that's
happen.
it's actually the truth.
Frank just
Is
said.
it really?
Frank
Yeah.
just said, "Let's go. We're flying there." So we might be coming to your fight, Jess. We'll let you know.
I think you should come.
Yeah, I'll be there, Jess.
Let's go.
Especially if I have some investing in
Oh, you're
Vegas.
invested. This is our guest
Yeah,
right now.
you're.
Yeah,
you're
this
you're
is-
three-timer.
This is the
Three-timer.
three-timer.
Well, no, I'm gonna go to Vegas during my brother's 30th birthday party, sneak away, get a training session in, and then go back to the pool.
Yeah.
Be perfect.
Perfect.
That's the only way I do it.
Perfect, says the future flyweight. Is it flyweight or flyweight champion?
No, flyweight. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can't make straw. That wouldn't happen.
I always get confused with those
That
women's
makes
weight
two of
classes.
us. That makes two of us, girl.
All right, so
I
Jessica,
don't think I want to date a
we want to
guy
thank
that
you for
can do
joining us.
115 pounds.
We wa-
Thank you.
We always love having you. You will probably be our first four-timer on the show, and we'll talk to you soon. Menace is going to come out and visit you in a few weeks, help you get the final preparations for your fight. He'll sit in the sauna with you, help you cut a couple pounds, the whole nine.
Big sauna guy.
Big sauna guy. Loves the sauna.
There we go. I'll be small by then. I'll be super small, so hopefully I'll be close to weight.
Well, so I'm sure you'll be looking good. Maybe you and Menace set up a dinner date or something healthy.
Yep.
Some salmon or
Have
something.
Have some egg whites and some veggies and fruit.
Some
Heard
egg
that.
white. Some egg. Ooh, maybe Maybe Menace will cook you some food.
The
Guy
kid,
can cook.
The kid makes a nasty omelet. Maybe I'll do a cooking.
Cooking with the Menace with Jessica I.
Yep.
Ooh,
Maybe.
I might have to try to throw that together. Frank, if you're listening, let's get on that. So the future flyweight champion, Jessica I, thank you again for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Guys. I appreciate it. All right, bye.
Have a good night.
Yeah, I like how she hung up on your fucking ass.
No, she was just tired of your shit.
No chance.
So what do we think? Do we want to go to Nick Piccininni? We want to throw Piccininni for Thursday? We'll go right to him?
Yes.
Throw it right to him.
Text him. Well, hang on. I gotta hit.
We'll see what he says. He's good? He's waiting for us?
Let me confirm real quick.
Get in here, dude.
Our G Fuel tender.
No shoes on.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect.
you don't
That's
need
perfect.
shoes.
We don't need shoes. We
There's
don't
no
even
more
fuck
G
with
Fuel.
shoes.
Yeah, I don't need any.
We don't even fuck with shoes here. Our G Fuel tender for the night, Anthony Piccininni,
We're about to get personal.
brother of All-American wrestler Nick Piccininni, joining us tonight. He came in here super suave, put me and Menace to shame.
Because I need a job.
He came in here in the suits,
Yeah, no shoes.
the fancy dress socks.
Yeah, dude, come on. This is how we do it over here with the pitching, and he's... All right, he's ready to
The
go.
whole family's winning, huh?
And he's with Lewallen, too. Another Oklahoma State guy. Good kid. Both of them.
How do you spell Piccininni?
Oh, dude, you butchered
I
that.
butchered it?
Oh, dude, you did.
Go ahead, type it in there.
Horrible
Type it in there
job.
for me. I didn't do too bad.
Dude, there was H's in there.
There's not. Oh, I didn't put no H's.
I don't know.
I put the N in the wrong spot.
What, you're trying to get some dirt on my brother or what? I'm right here.
No,
What do you wanna know?
I'd like
No.
to just have people up, you know.
Joking with you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that stud. He's a stud.
Oh, he's a stud.
Dude, Dennis had to use the bathroom. You hear that? Some horsepower.
Why, you could hear it?
I mean, take those headphones off, man.
Oh, I don't
You're
even
missing
want to.
out.
I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. So what's going on with you, Ant?
Oh, nothing, dude. You know, every day trying to better myself.
So you wrestled as well?
Positivity. I did. I was actually Nikki's captain. That's like my claim to, because he'll kick my ass, dude.
Now.
Yo, dude, he'll kick my ass.
Who's older?
Me.
Back in
I
the
know
di-
he actually looks like he's older, dude.
Bro,
I
you-
swear to God, he went through puberty.
You
Like,
probably
your boy
fucked him up a
Puna
time or
went through
two.
puberty at like 28. Nikki went through it at like 12. That's why he has 4 state championships. Yeah, he's ready to go. On my phone? Okay. All right.
See my phone?
Yeah.
Pull that out. Pull it in your phone.
Okay.
You look really good.
Yeah, dude. Yo, for someone that's watching their physique, dude, listen, bro, you're retired. What do you got to watch your physique for, Jess?
It's kind of a joke.
Oh, okay. I mean, the G Fuel doesn't like.
Well, no, he asked if I want pizza. I'm like,
Dude, I said he's
I
like.
ate it for lunch.
I was like, dude. The man looks way skinnier in person. He's like, nope, he's fat.
No, I'm fat, bro.
No,
I used
dude,
to be.
you look good in
Bro, I
person.
used to have a 6-pack. I used to be skinny.
Dude, I swear to God, the 6-pack you brought. No, I'm joking.
I used to be skinny.
Hey, oh God, wait.
Nick Piccininni, welcome to Menace and The Man.
Oh, now
What's
we're
going on,
hooked up.
guys?
How are you?
Woo!
Stan the Man here, Dennis the Menace Bermudez, and we're joined by someone you might know pretty well, your older brother Anthony.
What's up, Nicky?
Yeah. What's going on?
How
What's
are you,
going
my
on?
man?
Good.
You still got Boo with you?
Yeah, Boo's right here.
Boo, my man, say what up, dude.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Hey.
Who's you got with him?
What weight class is Boo?
He's 149.
Yeah, I'll beat his ass.
Nah, dude. Yo, my man Boo, bro.
What do we got? How do you pronounce that? Boo Lewallen? Lewallen?
Boo Lewallen, yep.
Boo Lewallen.
Yukon, Oklahoma.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Dennis. He said if you're willing to come fly here, we're going takedowns.
How about if you fly to New York? We'll see if we can get you versus Menace on Beat the
Shut
Streets.
up.
Oh, that's dope. Yo, the way to beat Dennis, level changes. I'm dead serious, dude. Level changes. Not enough
Hang on.
people do level
Hang on,
changes.
Not enough
Hang
people
on.
do
the
level
way
changes.
to beat the Menace is just shoot out my leg.
Yeah, really.
Hang
12
on.
gauge.
The thing is, I hand fight like a motherfucker. That's my shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
if you
hear
shoot,
Pull.
Yeah, but what? It's hand fight to a level change. So it's all it's all sequential.
yeah. Boo. What are your stats? Talk about high school and then move up to college.
Yeah. So high school, I really stayed in the state of Oklahoma for the most part. I went out to Flow Nationals 1 year and got 4th, and then I won state 3 times, and we wrestled. I wrestled in the Fargo national tournament my senior year, and I got 4th place there. And then
I came to Oklahoma State. I withheld quite a bit of injuries, so it's kind of like prolonged my career here at Oklahoma State. But I became an All-American last season, or not this past season, but the year before.
Yeah, boy.
At 149 pounds, and then I was a Big 12 champ that year.
Yeah, boy.
That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
but I've been out. Like I said, I've been out for about 2 years of due to injury. So,
What kind of injuries you got going on?
Well, my first one I had when I came here was I blew out my ankle, and I ended up having a plate with 6 screws put in. And so that put me out for 6 months. And then when I came back from that, I wrestled in a tournament that they're actually a bunch of the guys are actually going to this weekend in Vegas. It's called the U.S. Open, and
I know all about it.
So did the plates and the screws stay?
USA Open. Yeah, so it's like it qualifies you for the World Team Trials.
Well, here, Boo. Did the plates stayed in your ankle?
Yeah. So I came back from that injury, and then I dislocated my shoulder at that tournament. So 6 months later, I came back from my ankle injury and then dislocated my shoulder. So I had
against who? Anybody of notability?
What's that?
Who'd you dislocate your shoulder against? Anybody would know, or?
Well, it was actually a kid just won the Pan Am Games. His name's Colton McChrystal from Nebraska.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so I dislocated it, and then
fuck
6
him.
months later,
Fuck that guy.
For real. 6 months later, came back, and that ended up being a season at All-American. So, but then this season, I dislocated my shoulder again and had another shoulder surgery. So.
Yeah, I've seen that.
4 more months. So.
Shoulder problems are like a thing for wrestlers, I think. Even jiu-jitsu guys, sometimes you luck out. Like Dennis, you ever have any shoulder problems?
Too jacked.
Yeah, sometimes you luck out, but then sometimes people's shoulders just fucking bite the dust.
Like, look at this dude, fucking
flexing on the Menace cam.
Menace is drinking so much G Fuel, so nothing's gonna tear.
Dude, I was the bartender up until or the G Fuel tender rather.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good time.
Slinging that G Fuel.
Dude.
Slinging that G Fuel.
All right, so I'm going to jump ship right now because, Nick, if I was younger, I would try to give you a run for your money with your lady. You have a smoking hot girlfriend. But Bo sounds like he probably doesn't have a girlfriend.
Hey, it's Boo.
Boo does.
Boo, I don't give a shit.
Boo does.
Bro, he's a fucking all-American wrestler. He's probably got a smoke show.
Dude,
and he's from Oklahoma.
Or
oh my God, he probably has a Southern Belle.
He does.
Oh, do you have a Southern Belle? You're married?
No, I'm not married. I
Good.
got a girlfriend though.
Dude, hang on. That blows my fucking mind when like someone's in the finals of the NCAA like, and his wife's in the stand. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He's a junior.
His wife to be. It's like this
He's a
motherfucker's
junior.
19.
They're gonna be.
Hey, that's my team. We have like 4 or 5 guys on my team who are married or getting married.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. Do the coaches influence this?
No, man. It's the culture.
It's the Bible Belt, bro. Come on.
It's the Bible Belt.
Like
Bible Belt, Dennis.
Get married, start getting after it.
Getting after it,
dude. What?
Oh, that's what it is too. People probably want to get married because they probably don't have sex until they get married, type shit.
Hey, dude, that's
no.
What
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's not real, right?
Call a spade a spade. That's
yeah,
what it is,
man.
bro.
Or they
Hang
have,
on.
yo, it's yeah.
Let him talk.
It's not New York.
Dudes are getting married just to get some pussy.
Yeah, bro.
I wouldn't quote that exactly.
Yeah, you could plead the fifth.
They're out here doing some stuff.
You could plead the fifth, bro.
Yeah, you could plead the fifth.
Menace
bro.
isn't that scary in person, bro. I'm right next to him. I'm more scared to stand the man.
Yeah, you're a better wrestler than him, but
Yeah,
you probably take him
sit on
down.
you. You won't be able to breathe.
Oh, the best is he tried that the other day with Jessica. He was like, "Isn't he fat?" And Jessica was like, "Shut up! You don't say that. You don't say that to people. Like, shut Menace's shit right down. It's only a matter of time till he fat shames me in front of the wrong person, and then he gets like a social justice warrior."
Yeah, I'll tell him to go fucking kick rocks.
One thing about Menace, he's a straight shooter, but he just fat shames the shit out of.
It's all. I mean, it's all I really have on stand.
It's done out of love.
I got that. He's like slightly like ginger, but barely. He is crazy though. He's like, I think like he doesn't want kids. I think he'll be single for the rest of his life.
It's a free spirit. It's a free spirit.
He's messy. He lives a messy lifestyle at home. He's fat. I already said that one.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? This past weekend, me and Menace had a little argument. We're like, who's the worst influence? Am I a bad influence on him, or is he a bad influence on me?
Wow,
It's obvious.
hang on. How am I a bad influence on you?
We won't get into any topics, but it was just a conversation we were discussing this week. We'll leave it up to the Menace and the Man following to decide who's the worst influence.
We gotta talk about this off air.
Yeah, it's definitely an off-air conversation.
Yikes. But Nick,
Yeah.
you just finished. So you know what? Give people a background on Nick Piccininni. I mean, you were a 4-time New York State champion, which I couldn't do one time. I couldn't even make it to the tournament one time. 2-time runner-up, big dog. You know, but also those were different times. You had large school, small school. I did.
You had the one, huh?
Yeah. True state champion.
Well, I can say this.
You would have won that too. I get it. I'm trying to give myself a little something.
All right.
Is that what he was gonna say? Well, I would have won that too.
No, what I was gonna say is Eastern States. We went to it. I went to it for 3 years, and I ended up wrestling the D2 state champ in that. So basically, that's how you know who's the best in the state.
Right.
Tournament.
Right.
Who was the D2 state champ?
Shoot, I think Dylan Stowell. One of the kids, Dylan Stowell, and then I forget who the other guy was.
Yeah, my claim to fame is that Eastern States, because the thing is, I didn't know anybody. I showed up to the tournament and just fucking did my thing, you know.
Yeah.
Chris Wade was in my weight class. I took 4th because I lost to a guy that had beat in the quarters in wrestlebacks for 3rd and 4th. He beat me because I was like, fuck.
You and Wade didn't know each other back then, right?
I didn't. Wade took 6th, I think.
41.
And then Gregor was a weight class above, and he won at 52.
Let's go, GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say you probably had some Long Island hammers in your weight, or
I lost to some dude from MacArthur in the semis on some bullshit. Like he got tired and said he was injured, but or his shoe was untied and something. I'm like, he's lying. He's tired. Like, let's go.
Hey, that's Section 8.
That does sound like a Section 8 tactic.
Fucking.
I
I actually slightly hate Gian Vellante only because he wrestled at MacArthur. That guy took away my biggest thing, and then he got fucking crushed in the finals, which wouldn't have happened to me.
No, wouldn't happen to Menace.
Never that.
Never happened to Menace.
Never that, bro.
So Nick, do you have any years of eligibility left?
Yeah, I just got finished with my redshirt junior year. It's gonna be my upcoming senior year, so it's my last year to
get it done. It's that year for the national championship, right?
Excuse me?
This is that year to win that national championship.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's it. That was the goal this year too. Fell a little short, but that's the goal every year. You know, it's been written down on my phone every day. Probably it's been on my phone NCAA champ for probably I don't know, 400 and something days now.
Nick, I remember going into your room, and you know how you had that little wallet with all those singles? Dude, I was borrowing some money from you, and under the bed was a notebook. And I swear to God, dude, in the notebook it says some chicken scratch 4th grade writing, I will be an NCAA champ. I'm like, oh God, this kid's freaking out of his mind. All right, let's do it, dude.
Bro, that's how you gotta be.
Yeah. That's the dream, man.
When we had Gregor on, I remember I was talking to Gregor. When Gregor first came to Long Island MMA, he hung a picture of Frankie Edgar was the lightweight champion at the time. He hung a picture of Frankie Edgar in front of the treadmill.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker used to run on the treadmill looking at the picture that's what I gotta go for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, a lot of my mental mentality and stuff kind of comes from Gregor. I mean, obviously you guys know I train with him basically. I mean, since 10th grade, maybe 9th grade.
Yeah, that's something I was gonna ask. How long you been working with him?
Well, he's a psychopath, and you need to be that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Huh?
He's a psychopath, and you need to be that.
Oh yeah. That's what I want to try to be like. So it's funny. Me and Gregor always joke right around the NCAA tournament, right around that time. He's always like, "Hey man, you think you're gonna do it? You think you'll be able to beat me?" Because I'm always like, "Dude, trust me, I'm gonna beat you. I want to be a 4-time All-American. try to get that. I was trying to win 2 national titles over his one.
Right,
We always
right,
went back
right.
and forth, but man, hopefully I could just tie him with the national titles.
Oh, you got him, baby.
Oh, and you're chasing a tough guy right there. Gregor's a fucking stud.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the day, dude, you're better
that's
looking.
The dude who you want to chase.
Oh, and you got
Dude,
you
seriously.
got that tenfold.
Dude,
You know you got that.
Gregor's got a mug, bro. I was fishing with him a couple weeks ago. He's just telling you stories. You're almost scared that he's gonna freaking knock your head off your shoulders. I'm like, Gregor, relax. We're fishing. Like, let's relax now.
Bro, I love me some Gregor.
He's
Oh,
the
dude,
homie.
he's a good guy.
The best guy.
He is.
He needs to, because he makes a lot of money doing private lessons.
Mm-hmm.
He needs, because hang on, he hit me up a while ago and was like, yo, man, like, what's up with Cook with the Menace? I want to pretty much do the same thing you're doing with Cook with the Menace, but like fishing with the gift. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
real original. And, but no, I sent him a list of all the shit I had, and he was like, nah, I'm good. I feel. It was like, out of, like, he has more money than I do, even then. And he's just very, like, he's stingy with his shit.
He don't care.
Yeah.
Has he gotten a bonus every fight,
It's on
Gregor?
Gregor's terms.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I think he gets a bonus every fight.
Yeah, pretty much. He's
He's
badass.
Oh, he's fucking
He's
beast.
badass, dude. He just knocks people out so he can fish. Seriously, it's that simple in his brain.
Or just
He's like,
balls him.
he's like, if I can kick this guy's ass, I can fish more, and that's all he needs for fuel.
Yeah, I remember that one fight when the guy was like, "You just won, Gregor. How do you feel?" He was like, "I'm going fishing all weekend." Like he didn't give a fuck. He was like,
Right.
"UFC fight, just won."
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure he has, like, all the money he's done in private lessons, like
Saved.
like buried. No, like buried somewhere.
Listen.
Oh, we got to get Gregor
Hey, he's
back
worth
on
it.
the show in studio.
Hey, listen, he's worth it because I mean he's some of the reason why I'm at Oklahoma State. He's the reason why. Some of it.
Oh, for sure.
Right, right. I have
Most of it,
some
honestly.
I have some input on that.
Big influence.
You know, even though he wrestled at Edinburgh, it was like,
Hey,
Yeah.
Tim Flynn's the man, though.
Hey, but also no, you and Rob really helped me out though.
well, hang on, dude.
Who are you talking about? Dennis and Rob Labiento?
No,
Definitely
this-
not you, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying Rob Labiento from Long Island Strength
No,
Performance.
hang on, because I would go in and I would lift alongside Nick when he was like a senior in high school, and like I was in the UFC, and his numbers weren't far off from mine. I'm like, dude, what the fuck,
Yeah, he's
man?
a fucking stud.
He's a
Like, I'm
beast.
trying to like I'm in my own brain. I'm trying to get ready to kill somebody, but then I get like Rob being like, he's a 125-pounder in high school, and he did that. I'm like,
Fuck that kid. Fuck that
fuck
guy.
you, Rob. Well,
It was
no,
all-
I think
it
my
was all motivation.
my comeback for most shit is like, well, knock him out.
Nah, man, those are my favorite times to train. When I
Oh
was
my
training with
God.
you. Man, like that was the best.
Yeah.
That was the best for me.
So
It
what
kept me-
what does your off season look like?
Oh man, well, I'm leaving tomorrow to go to Vegas for the U.S. Open.
Okay.
to wrestle, so, I mean, this is I guess you can say off season right now. So
At 125?
Yeah, 57 kilos. So
Okay.
25 and a half about.
Right.
So yeah, no, this is our off season. So I'll probably compete in this and hopefully make it to trials, and then see how I do there. But probably I try to get one competition in and then just continue to train. Stay in it though, like not. I'll never really take a break. Never really take a break. I'll always keep my body ready to go.
No breaks.
Yeah, I think so. If I can give any input on that, because I remember wrestling Division 1 and just grinding through the summer, where like the coach is like, "Hey, it's open, open mat," and it would be me and another dude wrestling for 1 hour straight, lifting 3 days a week, the whole, and then when the beginning of the season comes, you're in sick shape. But the fucking long season on top of that. So by when fucking the national tour comes around, you're like, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
See, I feel that. Like 2 years ago, I felt a little different when I got to the NCAA tournament. My body wasn't feeling completely right. But this year, I did it right. I mean, I stayed training, but the way I like to train is when I'm completely off is just trying to have fun and like learn.
Right.
Stuff.
Right.
So it's like it's not a strain. It's like not a mental strain of training or physical strain of training. It's like we're I'm definitely not wrestling 1 hour live, you know, unless someone's really trying to go.
Right.
We're just in there messing around positions, trying to learn and stuff, and keeping the body good, keeping your mental good.
Yeah.
So that's what I did more of last year. That's what I'm gonna do this year.
Yeah, for me as a summer freshman, I came in and was grinding to try and like prove myself, and everyone was smashing me. You know, I had these New York State champs and shit like that, and then I fucking just started just getting better and better and better. And I was a prop 48 my first year, meaning I wasn't eligible to fucking even wrestle, you know. And then my sophomore year, earned a spot on the, you know, I just kept doing the same. I would always stay around and train, but I just remember it being a lot.
The same way like you fight, like just won't fucking go away.
Yeah.
Just won't fucking go away.
Where,
Menace.
Yeah, he's the
but
fucking
I mean,
menace.
there is the difference between fighting and wrestling is there is a season where it fucking matters.
Mm-hmm.
And when fighting, it like kind of always matters because you don't know when the fuck you're gonna fight again. There's no fighting season.
Like wrestling, you can almost peak. Fighting is kind of hard to stay peaked. Around.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, do you remember when Eric Guerrero, he now coaches with Oklahoma University, or what does he do there, Nick?
He's a
club team. So Eric Guerrero had told Nicky, he's like, man, there's a reason to the season, and basically what he was saying is that like you could be this amazing guy, but if your body's beat to crap come NCAAs, you're obviously not going to perform. So there's that like the man was just saying, there's that steady incline of basically reaching your peak.
Coach Smith and our like the coaching staff, they do a good job.
Right.
Like Coach Smith's the best at that. I feel like making sure that we get to the point, the place we need to be by the end of the season.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Every
sure.
year I feel like I'm in even better shape. So
And I mean,
he's pretty good at doing that.
Where you're at, you know, you have one of the greatest coaches ever.
The GOAT,
yeah,
baby.
the fucking
He's
GOAT.
the GOAT,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I had John Stutzman, and when I was like, it was his first seasons as a Division I head coach.
Yeah.
So this was this like, nah, don't be a pussy. You know, nah, you're good. Like, oh, okay, like holding back tears and shit like that. I quit 3 times
from the practices.
I quit.
From
I
what?
said, fuck you. I'm done with this shit.
From the way people were talking to
No,
you?
I just like 3 times, maybe not 3 times. But I remember one time I'm like, no, fuck this, I'm done. And he like followed me in his car like, big dog, don't be a pussy. I was like, no, man, Stutz, this is bullshit, man. Like, I think I lost a wrestle off. I'm like, fuck this shit. Fuck wrestling. Fuck him. It was like my best friend. And I'm like walking like it's like 32 degrees. I'm walking with my shirt off, like down to my house.
Like fuck everybody.
Fuck this. You know.
Yeah, wrestling is like you have a crazy relationship with it. It's so tough, man. This sport is like
that love-hate.
Sport makes you who you are.
Yeah.
I truly believe that.
Oh hell yeah, adversity is key in life.
So this is a fight podcast, or combat sports rather, and which wrestling is. But Nick, I don't know if you've changed something you've said in the past, but I remember you one time saying like, "I want to fight."
Yeah.
Where is this? Is this still something for the future or what?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'll never, completely shut something off to the side and say no, I'll never do that because I like opportunity and I like to keep my options open. So, I don't know. You know, I got to see where life takes me. I like to focus. I'm a very one day.
Right. I'm just kind of throwing it out there, kind of like,
Dude, he's trying to make sure you'll never be better than him.
Hey, if I
he's already better than me.
You know what it is?
Dude,
I think
level
even
changes, bro.
in today's world with combat sports and guys wanting to keep competing, MMA is almost like a rite of passage almost for a wrestler.
It is.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I'm a fucking beast. I still want to compete. Right. My skill set really translates into this other sport. I might be okay at this. And Piccininni, Nick's been around fucking you, Gregor, LaFleur, Wade, all these guys. I'm sure seen all these other high-level guys pop in and out of the gym.
Right. And
actually...
Go on.
What were you going to say?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I actually, I don't know if you remember, Dennis. I was doing some private lessons with Depot for a little bit.
You were doing jiu-jitsu lessons with Depot, and you were hitting mitts with Keith, no?
No, mitts with Depot.
Oh, okay.
And I think I learned like a little gist from I think his name was Michelini.
Yep, Michelino.
Michelino.
Right, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, because the thing is the difference between one of the big differences between MMA and wrestling is in wrestling people want to just see you do well, and they don't give a like just them helping you and like you getting your state title. They just like they can like you know what I helped him do that. They don't want a big thank you and like crying and but in MMA if you show someone how to throw like one punch like hey man pay me
Yeah.
and I want credit. Make sure you make a post. Make sure you fucking in your final fight you tell people that I helped you. You know,
wrestling though, and like with boxing and wrestling, they're like almost I don't want to say poverty sports, but like you don't need money really to wrestle or box.
Right.
MMA you need money to do. Right. To get into like a good MMA gym, to pay trainers, it costs money. So it's like this it just is what it is. Like wrestling and boxing, it's like you can walk to a club or a PAL and they're like, let's fucking do it.
Well, with that being said. And you're segueing right to where I was going with this is like we've seen Nick do things, and all of us have said totally in, free.
Yeah.
We just you know what I mean like we know he's got it.
Just show up.
You know, just show up. We'll put the time in for free, and like when you become rich, pay us then kind of deal. You know, like
yeah.
Just tell him who got you there when you get there. Yeah.
His brother Anthony.
You know what? Oh, I love this right now, dude. Something ding, 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 ding. I want to hear about brother fist fights.
Oh no, dude. We really.
Yes, I do.
Oh wait.
Yes, I do.
Is there just you two, or you got another brother?
No, it's just me and Nick.
And they have a sister.
Since I'm older, can I speak first?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, like, dude, I love the kid. Like, we came from a household where we were like affectionate with each other and we spoke about things like gentlemen and didn't really revert to that, even though we would kick each other's ass or anybody else's ass in the wrestling room that would step on that mat with us. We would handle things like respectful men because that's how our father raised us. But the kid, I hit a button, I hit a nerve one day. Dude, we were playing PS. Oh my God, PS1? No, PS2.
No, we were playing Xbox.
Xbox, yeah, the
OG. He remembers.
Hey, bro, yeah, look, he remembers because he fucked me up. So we were playing Xbox. Nick, you remember what game? Oh, Madden.
Halo.
No, Madden.
No, we were playing Madden or WWE.
Nah, dude, it was Madden. Cause he was about to win with the Hail Mary, and dude, I yanked that power cord, and I never seen his eyes turn black like that, dude. He took the controller and rapped me in the mouth with it. I was like,
ooh, I got crazy, man.
His eyes went black.
Because that was going to be your first dub.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
I was about to win, man. I was about to win. And I just remember, like, taking that Xbox controller, and you know how they're shaped. They're shaped like.
Oh,
yeah.
Almost like a boomerang kind of.
Oh, hell
you know
yeah. Yeah.
And I took that edge where you hold on to it.
Uh-huh. You jammed it in my mouth, dude.
Right into his mouth. Like used it like a freaking hack or something.
Yeah, no, you used it like a battering ram is what you did. I mean,
it was messed up.
Listen, ever since that day,
Blood,
I said,
right? Blood.
Yeah, dude. But ever since that day, I said this kid's gonna be something special.
You know what? You know what?
Yeah, he don't fear no man.
My brother's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he don't fear no man. He'll scrap, dude. He'll scrap. He's a scrapper.
Nah, that was messed up. And I just remember being so.
Dude.
So bad.
I love you, bro.
Me and Anthony. Yeah, me and Ant. We've been like real close. We've never gotten to a fight, honestly. Just brother stuff.
Yeah,
and honestly, we never even argued. Like our like growing up relationship was kind of like best friend relationship.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, it's not like
It was there was no dominance in it.
What's the age difference?
It was 4 years.
You're 4 years
old.
old.
Oh wow, 4 years.
But I say it all the time. I said, Nick, I'm 4 years older, but I swear to God, I look up to you because his life is so. Every wrestler or a successful MMA guy, wrestler, boxer, whatever, combat sports. Excuse me. The level of regiment that you need to excel is beyond none. So I was like, you know. I just that's how he is. He's freaking regimented.
Well, it's just doing the right things all the time, and having what I mean, and being disciplined when
right.
you know.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Oh, wait. I just got to say something real quick. That beautiful setup was done by that handsome son of a bitch, Mike DeQuattro. That's who set us up here. Mike DeQuattro from G Fuel. He was just shouting us out in our comments.
G Fuel, hell yeah, all day.
All day.
We're
all hopped up here on G Fuel.
Dude,
Nick
G
Piccininni.
Fuel and New York pizza. You don't got that in Oklahoma.
Nick, have you tried G Fuel yet?
Honestly, okay, so I was looking for like a pre-workout kind of deal. Like I don't know why. One day I'm not really into that stuff, but I hit up Andrew Stock, who you guys know. He's Long Island.
Oh yeah, Andrew's the man.
So shout out to Andrew Stock.
Big fan of the Menace and the Man
the
show.
stock market, baby.
And yeah, so he was telling me, I was asking him, I was like, hey, because I see you posting about G Fuel all the time. Besides Dennis, I know he does too. But I was like, hey, how is it good? Should I get it? And he was saying some good things about it. So I was gonna try it out, but I never did. So.
Well, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna send you a tub of G Fuel to try.
Yeah, pick out a flavor, any flavor.
Yeah, go online and pick out a flavor you might like, and we'll send that right out to you. We would love to send All American.
You might. Okay.
Some
G
Fuel.
Send it to my brother. Have him try it out for me.
Yeah, I've always been the guinea pig too. I know he's gonna be rich. I am just the one. All right, let's see if G Fuel kills me tonight. Nope, it's good. Nick, have it.
Yep.
Now go win some national titles, bro.
Bro.
Well, also we don't have to pay for shipping. Then we can just give it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Hey, look, efficiency, Menace. Dude, I'm all about it.
Bro, G Fuel's legit as far as energy drinks and pre-workout goes. There's no sugar. What is it? No caffeine. No sugar in it.
No sugar.
No sugar.
There is caffeine.
A little bit
It's
of
got
caffeine.
multivitamins, 25 calories, antioxidant.
Yeah, I'd love to give it a try.
Yeah, we'll get you some. But back on brotherly rivalry.
Yeah.
Man,
G Fuel does that
Can you say
sometimes.
G Fuel
brotherly rivalry.
5 or 6 G Fuels will do that
Look,
to somebody.
brotherly rivalry.
Brotherly rivalry.
It's
I can't say
Nick. He wants you to go into MMA, but that's what happens when you get freaking take it to the head too many times.
I don't think I've ever been able to say rivalry.
Dude, since I've been here, you said espresso, and you can't say
that's what I call it.
Listen, at the end of the day, all I heard was level changes, and I'm all about the level changes. So
All about
big.
those level changes.
it's huge, bro.
Huge.
It's huge.
Those
huge.
feints and those
level changes keeps the guy on their heels and keeps them guessing.
Bro, like even that, like when you said to Puna, level changes feints, he was probably like, yeah, level changes feints. And then he probably thought about it and was like, level changes and feints.
Hell yeah.
Level changes and feints.
Oh, come on.
It's like an obvious thing, but at the same time, it's definitely that thing that people...
There's no energy required to do it, but it makes them react like you're using a lot of energy.
It takes more energy reacting than it does to...
Right.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Right. That's been my thing throughout wrestling. I mean, I'm not like a technician like
even your striking.
Piccininni.
Even your striking, you're big in the feints. You're a lot of feints. You're a lot of head movement.
When I wrestled, it was like pull on a guy, make him think I'm gonna shoot. Fucking, you know. Yeah. It wasn't until the third day I actually started really shooting when they were dead tired.
So what are we in now? Wrestling season's over, right?
Well, now they're in the off season. So right now he's going to compete and try to get onto the Olympic team, really, or the world team.
Yeah. World team.
Is that a goal for you, Nick? Is the Olympics a possibility?
Yeah. I mean, so I'm not too freestyle experienced, so I'm just going in here to compete. I mean, I'm obviously looking to win. That's the goal, obviously. But like, I mean, I'm gonna get a chance to wrestle some high-end competition. So this is definitely something that right now that I'm going for. Obviously, next year is gonna be the Olympic year coming up, 2020. So next year at this time it will be the Olympic team trials.
Nice, man.
And so you know, if you make that, you turn into an Olympian. You represent your country. Go to the Olympics, Tokyo.
America,
motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Something that I'm working on.
Pretty much every Division I wrestler does this. Tries to.
Wants to.
Let me
ask no. Try, like, they all...
They try to make
it's almost mandatory to go to, like, as a, you know... Your mom would have to be dead for you not to go to the Olympic trials or, like, qualifiers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but Menace, let me ask you this. Okay, so you're somebody that was successful in MMA. You do have a background wrestling. You know a bunch of people. Do you think those years after the collegiate, after all that's done, chasing the national title, whatever, after that's done, do you think it's more important to transition to freestyle international wrestling, or do you think those years are more valuable to learn MMA? I know it's an open-ended question.
Yeah,
but
well, I think it depends on what you want to do. You know what I mean? For example, like, Jordan Burroughs talks about, like, yeah, I'd like to try a fight, but, like, in college, he was like, I want to be Olympian. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't, for me, like, I wanted to be an Olympian. The only reason I didn't is because I dropped out of school my senior year because a girl told me she's having a kid that turned out not to be mine. And I was working 2 jobs and was like, my clock for wrestling had ran out.
Right.
But the goal was to become an Olympian. That was the goal while I was wrestling. And then it just so happened
so, like,
that fighting
was your drive con when you were fighting.
Right. Well, I tell everybody, especially with sports and athletics, you have to want to do the next level. To be the very best.
Like, your chip on your shoulder jumping into MMA was your wrestling career.
Well, yeah, I didn't do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, let's say your senior year, it's your last wrestling match. There's something with, like, you might have a shitty performance if that's your very, very, very last one versus, like, oh no, this isn't my last one. I'm gonna wrestle in college. And then in college, your very, very, very last college match, if you're like, no, this isn't my last college match. I'm going to wrestle in the Olympics or internationally. Right. It takes this, like, pressure off of being your last. So my very last MMA fight, going into it, I was like, this might be my very last one, but if I knock this motherfucker out in, like, 1 minute, I'm fighting again. You know what I mean? That was, like, my... It wasn't in concrete that this was my last one. I had some things in there like, no, there could be another one.
I like the
but like that, I think that goes back to like mindset. Like that's just,
right.
Like, I think that like a wrestler or just like I don't know if you have that mindset, it's just you're not ready to just settle for one thing. Like if one thing leads to another, that's the route that we're gonna take next.
Right.
That's how you gotta think.
I like the thrill and the agony from that night. You seen that from the UFC Brooklyn? When after your 15-minute fight, you're like, you hit LaFlair's hand, you're like, fuck it, I'm done, bro. And LaFlair's like, you're done? And you're like, I'm fucking retiring. He's like, that's so fucking, like LaFlair says, like, fuck yeah, do you, bro, do you, fuck yeah. Let's be done with this shit.
That's just up.
But, like, I remember you telling me that after the fight. Like, if I would have knocked that guy out, I was going to ask for a fight in 3 weeks. I would have tried to fight again right away. But that was a 15-minute... I got dropped in the first round, fucking, not even a bomb, like, tough fight, but you fucked him up.
Yeah.
He was there. Like, you had to.
Everybody's tough.
You had to put it on him, like, it was a very tough fight. And you were like, I'm fucking done with this.
Yeah,
Fuck
but
this
I think the answer for Nick Piccininni, I mean, he can only answer himself. But I think after his senior year, he'll know, like, no, there's a lot in the tank for wrestling.
I'm not done yet.
Or, you know what? I'm ready to totally change into something different. Maybe it's MMA. Maybe it's fucking landscaping. Who knows?
No, we keep him out of that. I know I'm coming over to your house this weekend to fix the lawn, but leave my brother alone, all right?
Well, I mean, who knows? But like.
All right, so Nick Piccininni, we want to thank you for joining us here on Menace and The Man. Maybe you'll be that next lineage of Oklahoma State wrestlers like Daniel Cormier and those guys that jumped into the MMA.
Randy Couture.
Yeah, Randy Couture.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, Randy wrestled at Oklahoma State.
Mark Munoz.
Yeah,
so
Mark Munoz.
it might be Randy Couture, Johnny Hendricks.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
Let's throw Nick Piccininni in that hat as well.
Well, hang on. He'll be he'll have more on his tray if he's an Olympian. But he'll get paid more coming to the UFC.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's a valuable... Oh,
right.
So that's another aspect. It's a valuable asset to...
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so...
Yeah. He'll have more Instagram followers. He'll get bigger fights. He'll get paid more.
Well, that's... Hey, listen. Yeah. You only know, really.
Is Boo still there with you?
Yeah, Boo's right here with me.
All right, thank you again for joining us as well, Boo. You're the man.
Yo, Boo is the man.
Thank you, guys.
Boo, how many push-ups can you do?
Shit, nothing right now, man. I'm still
Shoulder
doing my
injury.
rehab for my shoulder surgery.
Hey, but hey, Nick, Dayton Fix, when he was in 3rd grade, did 100,000 push-ups.
Yeah, he did in 1 year.
Yeah, in 1 year as a 3rd grader. Dude, that's a freak.
Jesus Christ.
Oklahoma
Dude.
boy.
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah, we know. Trust me.
Born and raised, man.
Yeah. Nobody from New York would do 100,000 push-ups, all
I'm
right?
gonna convince my son to do that when he's
Yeah,
in 3rd grade.
yeah, dude, come on. No, you won't.
I'm gonna try to convince
Dayton
him.
did it on his own. His parents are so chill. They didn't tell him to wrestle or none of that. Dayton's just a freak, and he's like, I'm gonna do that. So he did it. And that's why he's a freaking animal. And he has nicer hair than Ben Askren. I'm sorry. I
Who,
just had to
Boo?
say that. No, Dayton Fix.
Oh, Dayton Fix?
Dude, his
I was
hair
gonna be
is
like,
just
who?
He's
like...
the 133-pounder.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
finals with Nick Soriano from Rutgers. The whole, yeah, whatever. Let's not get started.
All right, well, Nick Piccininni, Lewallen, let's make you guys
Dude.
regulars on the show. 2 All-American studs from Oklahoma State. Thank
Hey.
you again for joining us.
Go Pokes.
All right, go
All
Pokes.
right, yeah, thank you guys.
And don't be strangers. We'll have you guys on again soon. Thank you.
They're the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, go Pokes.
Pokes.
Pokes,
Got you.
baby. These are the Pokes. These are the fucking...
Got you.
All right, thanks again, guys.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Well, see you later.
Peace.
He's such a good kid.
He is, man. He's got a heart of gold. Sometimes I wish he was a little more mean.
He'll develop it once he
No,
starts punching
when it
people.
comes
He is. Now
when
he is.
when it's game time, he becomes mean.
When you just said that, though, when you're like, I wish he was a little more mean, do you think of that time he cracked you in the face with the controller?
See,
No.
see, then I wish he was a little nicer because I would still have a real tooth in my mouth.
Oh, he knocked your tooth out with it?
I mean, yeah, for the viewers' sake. Yeah, he did.
That motherfucker.
So what's it like? Because I think I was the Nick of my family.
Okay.
You know?
All
Well,
right.
you were a state champion, no?
No, I was a state champion in partying. If that counts for
But
anything.
you wrestled, no?
I did. I actually was Nikki's captain for 2 years. I was good, man. I was always ranked pretty high in the county. I was the choke artist of the group. So like I would get myself.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too,
I would get
dude.
myself where I needed to be real good practice wrestler.
Yeah.
Real technical, like to slow things down and like, oh man, it was so funny. My mom's like, she used to like have this video of my brother warming up and then me warming up and like Nikki's like slapping his legs and like warming up like an animal, smacking his face, and I'm just like moseying around, listening to music. Like it's just such different mindsets, I guess, and that was the difference. He had a little bit more like
meanness.
yeah, and like when you cut the shit, like wrestling is just going out there and breaking another man's will. Like you're just going in there to do what he doesn't want you to do to him, and you feel that in the match. I mean, in a fight, it's the same. You feel when you break him, and you could put it on him a little more. But yeah, man, he's seriously a good kid.
Yeah,
That's a special guy. Seriously, I'm not just saying that because it's my brother, but he's a good guy. Heart of gold.
Because you actually remind me a little bit of my older brother.
Yeah.
You know? And then for me, for my younger brother, I wanted him to be better than me. So I actually, like, ruined his career, I feel. He would come off the mat, I'd be like, with a win, I'd be like, Jay, really? You couldn't pin that fucking guy? Like, oh, I was so
what,
negative.
you put some extra pressure on him is what you're saying?
Probably way too much.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, we never really had that. It was just a squad. We had a real good team with great coaches, and it was like, you know, like, if Nikki won, like, we got that shit, too. Like, we felt that win because we put in the blood, sweat with him, you
But
know?
I'm pretty sure you put, like, a pretty good footprint down, and then he was like, I want to be better than that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like, to be honest, I just gotta be honest. Like, dude, he started wrestling first. Like, he did. In first grade, he started wrestling, and then he, like, wasn't even really as good as he was until, like, man, I just gotta call a spade, but, like, dude, Gregor changed something in that kid. Like, it just took it to a different level, like, a real... It's amazing, the levels. You know the levels in the fight game. It's like here is here, but then like there's one level that you just jump.
Right.
And like most people can't hang. That's why he's four
and
state
sometimes
titles.
it can be who tells it to you.
Correct.
So I could probably say the same thing that Gregor told him, but I'm not a Division I national champion.
The value, it holds different value.
Yeah. So if Gregor's like, dude, grab that wrist, the tilt is there all day long. No one can stop you. And then I'm like, hey, Pitch, I'm not a tilter, but I know you got a good one. It's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
You'd
different
be like,
ways.
you would be like, fuck that guy. I'm gonna listen to the D190 champ that tilted his way through the tournament.
Right.
You know, like seriously
He
though,
did.
it holds value from.
Yeah.
It depends. You know, what you say really. You know, who says it has different. Value,
Yeah, I think there's definitely something with that too.
Correct. Good influence, Gregor.
Great influence.
And he's this guy, bro. He's just he's a special guy, dude. You got to see his van. His van is a red van. He loves the damn thing. It's rigged up for fishing.
Looks like a rape man. Like
Dude, if all he's
what
missing,
his minivan?
Dude,
Yes.
all he's missing is to live down by the river in the van, and then it's just like a complete like. He would be so happy if he could do that. I swear.
Which is so crazy because
Dude,
he
it's a
used to have. Hang on,
beautiful
he used to have the sickest. He had a Subaru STI with all the bells and whistles. Just the engine alone was $40,000.
Dude, you know why he got rid of that thing? Because he would go crazy at night and take the damn thing apart, thinking he was a mechanic, because he would go YouTube it and have to bring it to his mechanic, and his mechanic's like, dude, just leave the freaking car alone. You are not a mechanic. And X amount of dollars were spent, and Gregor's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I want my van.
And now he just tries to drive the worst car, the cheapest car possible.
Dude, hey, he's all about reliability and just, he don't give a shit, man. He don't give a shit. If it works, it works. He don't care, dude. He's a simple guy, and that's why I fucking fuck with GG.
Oh, I fuck with
Dude,
GG.
he's a simple motherfucker.
I want some of the things he had. Like, he's saying, like, my truck has to be cool looking. My shoes have to be dope.
Yeah, but he's like that as well. But with fishing, dude, all his gear.
Oh,
See?
whatever he does.
Yeah, everybody has their little.
Yes,
everybody has their little
yes,
outlet,
yes.
and yours was cars and speed, and his is fishing and like.
Well, his
simple
used to be
shit.
cars and speed.
Yeah, well, he slowed his life down and did some
But like
things. So.
living, he doesn't like. He can be. He's a pretty messy dude.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah.
he's a bachelor.
Dude, his
bachelor,
van is just, dude. If you could just take a picture of his
Well,
van
hang on,
and show
bro.
it to people,
Hang on.
it's who
I've
he is.
sat in the passenger seat where I'm like, dude, where do you want me to put my feet? It's just all like
fishing gear,
spitters, and like just
mess.
I'm like, dude, would you
Meps.
ever pick up a girl? He's like, I don't go on dates.
Yeah,
Man, you don't even care.
Dude, he's so simple, dude. I swear he just needs fish.
Just needs fish.
And I'm
Fish
not-
and food.
Yeah.
Fish and some type of food. And a gym
Dude,
for
it's
when
a
he wants to
beautiful
work
thing.
out.
There's a couple guys like that. I mean, Cerrone is a little bit like that, and Dillashaw is a huge. They're like all outdoorsmen. And Lesnar is a huge outdoorsman. Like people that connect with the outdoors have a special thing inside of them, because if you could connect with the outdoors, you can connect with something being simple, and simple is good, man. Life gets crazy. Simple's good.
Oh, life gets real fucking crazy. Like, we're about to take this podcast or the show if we keep going. So let's try to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Anthony Piccininni, for
you
joining
got it.
us,
My
coming in,
pleasure.
being our G Fuel tender for the night.
Dude, you got it.
We're going to
Anytime.
talk some shop once we get off the air, figure out what we could do going forward. We want to thank all of our guests for joining us: Jessica I, Nick Piccininni, Gray Maynard, Puna Soriano.
There you go, Puna.
And then before we get out of here, we'll just thank some of our sponsors. Joe Romeo at John Savaretti Realty. You guys can find him on Instagram at JRomeo Realtor, or you guys can call him at 516-870-6007. Again, J. Romeo Realtor. The law offices of Michael Postiglione. You guys can call him at 516-750-8789, or you can find him at postiglionelaw.com. Anthony Home Interiors by Anthony Giaramita. Our guy Frank over there. If you guys need any type of custom upholstery or custom drapery, be sure to find them on social media. Terphouse.com. You guys can go to terphouse.com and use the code MANSHOW. Get 20% off. Get some CBD, some THC products. Be sure to go on MenaceTube and check out the episode once we upload it after this live stream that we have going on Twitch, here on Menace's Twitch.
I'm pretty sure there's a live G Fuel code. Use code Menace.
Is it live right now?
I think so.
We have to check with that. I've been trying to get on Sal. We have to, you know what it is? We have to come up with a contract with G Fuel to sign, is what Sal said.
Well, it's my own.
Well, I'm saying Menace and the Man. So yeah, use code Menace. Go get some G Fuel. And we're going to send out some G Fuel to Nick Piccininni, and all you guys, we'll work it out for next episode. Be sure to tune in. We're going to give away some G Fuel to some fans. And then also we got to thank our sponsors, G Fuel, hooking us up with some G Fuel to get lit on off every show. This amazing studio, the computer, the whole nine, everything that Cliff and the people at G Fuel have done for us so far. Expect bigger and better things. I saw you guys speaking earlier about how we need emotes and all that type of stuff.
Yep, we're going to get on it.
Oh, it's all coming. Who dropped you and everybody on the Twitch stream. Everything's coming. Bigger and better. Big things from Menace and the Man. Tonight, this is like the most bootleg version of Menace and the Man 2.0 that you guys will get.
Yeah, this is you know.
Ground zero, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like our first, we're just born. So we're learning how to crawl today. So
Yeah. You got to crawl before you can walk.
Thursday, we'll be walking. We're going to have Chris Wade in studio.
Like, dude, we're doing this all by ourselves.
Only one Menace, one man.
There's nobody. There's no sound tech here. Me and Stan just start pressing buttons and fucking changing cameras and going live on Twitch. Like, this is big for us.
It's organic.
Okay?
It's organic.
We have trouble turning on a computer. So the fact that we've done this by ourselves is pretty humongous.
Bro, I've been punched.
Tremendous.
I've been punched on the low 1,000 times in the head. Menace has been punched about 1,000 times professionally.
No.
We should not be able to do this shit, but we're able to.
Stan speaks for himself. I got good head movement.
Oh, he's moving that head
Level
around.
changes.
Yeah, Stan.
Level changes.
But we got to thank our sponsors, everybody that makes this show happen. Shout out to our boy Ryan LaFleur, his new spot opening up, Island Cava, Movement, BJJ.
Patchog.
We're going to go pay. We got to pay Michelino a visit. We both,
Oh, dude.
we need to
wear it tonight.
strong arm Michelino.
No. Movement BJJ. Or
MovementBJJ.com.
Yeah. He gave me a shirt today. And I meant to wear on the show, but didn't match the pants.
Yes, that's what I've been meaning to talk to Mitch about. We got to start. We haven't really done anything that we've been trying to do. You know, we got to work something out where we start getting MovementBJJ.com out there for our boy Mitch. As
Yeah.
well as, let's get some Menace and the Man shirts up on his website, something like that.
No.
Well, you know, we want to make some merchandise. What do you mean?
Hell yeah, the merch, bro.
Yeah, why do you say no?
Talk to you.
Oh, all right, all
Off
right,
air,
all right. I like that. But yes, we're going to have some merchandise coming out soon. So let me just make sure, before we get out of here, that we don't do anybody dusty, like me and Menace like to do sometimes.
Don't do him dusty.
Who's that? Can y'all give my boy Nick Guns a happy B-Day?
Yo, Nikki Gers.
Yes.
Nicky
Happy
G.
B-Day, Nicky Guns.
Nikki G.
Nicky G.
Let's do it.
So we just got to make sure before we get out of here, again, Michael Postiglione, the law offices of Michael Postiglione, Home Interiors by Anthony Giaramita, our boy Joe Romeo at John Savaretti Realty, Terp House at terphouse.com, G Fuel. You guys, I'm pretty sure it's gfuel.com, but whatever. Just type in G Fuel, you'll find it.
G Fuel Energy.
MovementBJJ.com, Island Cava, and the New York Fight Exchange is going to be June 1st. So you guys can also get tickets to that and use the code MANSHOW and get 10% off. And you guys can come to the fights June 1st, and maybe Menace might fight one of you guys, or I might fight one of you guys.
Yeah,
Who knows
that's
what's going to
what we
happen?
wanna see.
Some crazy shit will go down June 1st. We're going to treat June 1st like Menace's second retirement party, and we're just going to get fucking wasted and party with some fighters. Why? What are you looking at me sideways?
Dude, don't put my business out there like that, dude.
What do you mean? We're going to speak... You
No, I'm a respectable,
Dude,
like...
he drinks G Fuel.
Yeah.
All right.
I like just hang out, have a good time.
All right, so anyway, we're
You
getting
gotta
wasted.
be a good influence,
We're getting
Stan.
fucking
Right.
wasted June 1st. I already planned the after party, the whole nine. Menace and the Man. We're going to be doing the commentary. Episode 26? Is this episode 26?
Listen, last time I said what episode it was, and like...
That was 7 G Fuels ago. So episode 26, Menace and the Man. Hit him with your send-off, Dennis.
Is your mom taking us to dinner?
It's 10:40. I don't know. My mom will probably, if we want to go to like Applebee's or something, Mom will take us.
I'm looking to go on a date with Miss
Man.
the Man.
Miss the Man, Mrs. the Man,
Yeah.
Mrs. the Man, and that's my dad's lady. You've seen those hands. My dad will hit you with one of those hand hocks real quick.
Yeah, but I don't
Gray
get hit like
Maynard
you
fist.
do, dude.
What happened?
I don't get hit like you do, dude.
My dad's hand's so big, you're not gonna dodge that shit.
Yeah, I will.
All right, well.
Well, see you
Menace and the
later.
Man, episode 26. We'll see you guys next Thursday. My name's Dennis. Look at my middle finger.
That was a peace sign, you piece of shit.
Oh, my bad.
Press N.
Dude, I look big.
Shut it off, Stan.